Hello, what's up, what's happening? Welcome back to the Bengals full season franchise. This is season 3. So, year 1, we made it to the playoffs. We took on the Baltimore Ravens. We lost to the Baltimore Ravens in the first round of the postseason. They were the home team, they won the North. Last year, we won the North. Same result, we lost to the Baltimore Ravens in the wild card round. We're going to kick off week number 1 of season number 3 with a game versus the San Francisco 49ers. They went 6-11 last year. That's crazy. Joe Burrow, he gets an upgrade for what he did in the preseason. We got to get some more postseason success, but he's 95 overall, 96 overall now, going to upgrade that strong arm. And that strong arm, I guess, got a little bit better. Also has field general, and now he's up to 97 overall. Their overalls do fluctuate because of like morale and stuff like that, and maybe scheme and all these other things. There's a lot of variables that go along into players' ratings in this Madden. Anyways, I'm okay with it. I like it. Let's move on. Josh Galindo, rookie center. We missed out on the center last year. Ironically, he got drafted by the Ravens. This guy is pretty darn good, though. Then we got Wagner, 61 overall, Will linebacker. Probably going to be just a special teams guy, but he gets an upgrade as well, up to 62 overall. And then moving on, Chase Brown, who has turned into one of the better running backs in the league, maybe even the best running back in this division. I think he's the best in the division for one reason. Derrick Henry retired, so that helps with that situation. And we couldn't tackle Derrick Henry in that first playoff game. Year 2, we upgraded our defense. We did a better job tackling him. So Stewart gets some upgrades. Jamie Lane, rookie receiver, 7th overall pick out of LSU. He looks like he could be an absolute dog. We don't necessarily need receiver, but he was the best value at that spot, and he comes in at 79 overall. Demetrius Knight Jr., still at around 79 overall, but superstar development, so that's good. Rob Dickinson, he is a rookie strong safety out of Washington State with hitting development. And then we got Eric Way. Last year, he made some plays for us, had a punt return touchdown. He's second year, a smaller receiver, but again, another slot guy. Again, with Chase and Higgins, they're our number 1 and number 2 guys. But whenever you can add to the room. The more weapons, the merrier. I'm looking for Taj Brooks, and I can't find him. I do not even remember when Will Shipley got on the roster, but I did realize that the computer will put guys on your practice squad. They will sign guys for you if you need a roster spot or something like that. I looked through my settings. I thought I turned like all that off just for me to do. But hey, they did it for me, so that's how Will Shipley got on the roster, which I'm not mad at. He is a good running back, I believe. Obviously, he's not going to start in Philadelphia with Saquon there. Might not even get too many touches with Saquon there, but I do think he has some value at that running back spot. But I couldn't find Taj Brooks anywhere on our roster. Anywhere. I even looked through the NFL roster at where he should be, like around 73, 74, 75 overall. Nowhere to be found. So I don't know what's going on there. Defense, I love what we've done on defense. Obviously, we had some pieces already, but they were all kind of young. And they've all blossomed into some very, very good, talented players. So again, going through my settings and like everything is on manual, managed practice reps. I'm going to put that on manual as well. That is full pads, half pads, or rest. That's basically all that is. Now let's go to some weekly training. Lane, again, I think this guy could be an absolute monster. What does this mean for Higgins? Not sure. Is he a trade piece? Because Chase ain't going nowhere. I don't want Higgins to go nowhere, but I think Lane could be an absolute monster, and if we could get a piece for Higgins, I'm open to that, but I also want to keep this team intact as much as we can for year 3, because I do think we have enough talent to possibly get a Lombardi, but all options are on the table. We're only going to do 5 years, so this is year 3. We got to figure something out. We cannot go Super Bowl-less in 5 years with the Cincinnati Bengals. We're down by 3 versus the Niners. Going to go up the gut with Chase Brown, and he's going to pick up a handful. 3rd down and 6. Burrow going to fire to the right side. There goes Lane, and he has a first down, move those chains. 2nd down and 9. Going to run the ball. Chase Brown getting busy, and that's going to result in a first down. Now, during this season, recording this season, there have been some updates, and I don't know if that changed the settings for my gameplay, but I know at one point it was this default all Madden. Then I went back to the slider set that I'm using. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you right now if this is the slider set I'm using or this is straight up all Madden. I do not know. All I do know is that we got to make plays. That pass is caught, and that is going to result in a pickup of 7 yards. 3rd down and 3. Are we going to settle for 3 or get a touchdown? And it looks like we're going to end up settling for 3. That Niners defense has 3 sacks on us already. Not a good look, but it is what it is as we tie this football game up at 10 apiece here in the second quarter. So 4:24 to go here in the second quarter. Purdy throwing it on the run. Going to be caught by Kittle. No, dropped. A big hit by Battle. Our safeties have turned into stars. There are stars all over this defense, and I love it. I'm here for it. 3rd down and 1. They're going to run the ball with McCaffrey, and McCaffrey going nowhere fast. Hit in the backfield, and we're going to take over. So 2nd down and 11 with a chance to drive down the field and take the lead. We end up throwing the ball as we get hit, and it ends up getting picked by Mustafa. And Mustafa going to take this one up to the 30-yard line. Hambrick with the takedown. And that's not what we're trying to do here in Cincinnati. We're not trying to lose to the Niners in week number 1. 3rd down and 6. Purdy going to fire it. That pass is picked. Overthrown. Turner the second. He's going to get his hands on the football and return this one to the 31-yard line. So he's going to give us another chance to go downfield and try to take the lead. We throw it on the run, and that's Higgins. And T. Higgins is like, there's nobody coming for my job. I am T. Higgins. We make a catch right there, 1st down. Going to fire this one. That pass caught by Jamar Chase, and we're inside the 10. 2nd down and goal from the 2. Give it to Chase. Brown reaches across the goal line, and that's going to give us a 17-10 lead as we head to the second half. Now, there was another rookie receiver from LSU, picked by the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. That's him right there. And I believe his name is Crowder. This dude, he is 80 overall. He was the 2nd highest overall player taken in the 1st round. And he's also from LSU. And I've heard that there's going to be a bunch of scrambling quarterbacks from Virginia Tech because of Michael Vick. And there's going to be a lot of good receivers from LSU. And that's just the way it is. Okay, so Otten is the new quarterback for the Rams. He finds Rice, the ex-Chief. He's in the end zone doing his dance. So I like to show you guys when there's some player movement with the halftime highlights. But if there's no new guys in new places, I probably won't show it too much. That pass will be caught. Ayuk in the corner of the end zone. He's going to cut the lead down to a 1-score game. They go for 2. Christian McCaffrey crosses the goal line. So their running game puts up 2 on the board. So we're only up by 3 now. And Way is trying to find his way into enemy territory, down the sideline. And he had a punt return last year for the touchdown. Now he has a kick return here in week number 1. The man has some talent, but again, our wide receiver room is just stacked. Looking downfield is Purdy. Purdy launching this one deep to Ayuk, who makes the catch, and he's going to take this one to the 30-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal from the 3, and McCaffrey is going to cross the goal line, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Niners. So the Niners back down by just 2 because we actually missed the PAT. So it's a 2-point lead for us. We fumble the football. They take back over. They go to the air, and they throw a pick. Levante David, who we signed last year to a 1-year deal. We bring him back this year on a 1-year deal. We're just going to rent him out until he no longer wants to play or until we can find somebody better. But he has definitely been a monster. And then right here, the punt gets blocked darn near in the end zone. It does get blocked in the end zone. They almost recovered in the end zone. But I'm wondering why the punter wasn't towards the back end of the end zone. He was like in the middle. He was right on the Bengals name in the end zone. That didn't make any sense to me why he was so shallow. He should have been back a little bit deeper. Nonetheless, we end up throwing a pick, and that's going to be all she wrote. So don't like making excuses. Yes, the punter was a little bit too shallow for my liking or for realistic purposes, but when you throw a pick to Warner when he has tight coverage on your intended receiver, you deserve to lose, and we definitely deserve to lose that ball game there. So we are a level 21 head coach. Once we get up a little bit higher, we can unlock some more perks, obviously, and that is our goal. So De La Rosa, he is another rookie. He has some work that he needs to do. We had a deep defensive tackle room, and then I looked at like the roster again, and like it was kind of depleted. We had like guys in the 80 overalls and 70 overalls. Now we only have like one guy that's like 80 overall. Everybody else is in the 60s. So I don't know what happened there, but it is what it is. We'll figure things out. Like, franchise is so intricate in these newer Maddens that I think when they do updates and stuff, just funky things happen, and it is what it is. But Shipley, he gets an upgrade. Our right guard and Sapp backup, he gets an upgrade as well. And then Bradley, who we drafted last year, he's in year number 2. He gets an upgrade up to 74 overall with normal development. Now let's travel to Seattle. We're going to take on those Seahawks. And the Seahawks, of course, got to raise that 12th man flag. And that is, I believe that's Marshawn Lynch doing the dudes. I thought it was Richard Sherman at first. I just saw the dreads, but no, that's beast mode Marshawn Lynch with the raising of the 12th man flag. And of course, the 12th man is rocking. Is going to make things a little bit more difficult with reading your play out there because the crowd is rocking. Anyways, we come up short on third down. Got to set up for a field goal. Kick is up. Kick is good. McPherson going to put us on the board again. So we're down by 1. 7-6 is the score. Going to fire to the right side. JSN makes the catch, and that's going to result in a first down. Darnold looking, firing it over the middle. That pass caught by JSN again. And we finally track him down inside the 10. 3rd and goal. Quick pass. And it's caught. And I just thought that Knight would go out there with him. They sent Walker in motion. He didn't. He was left wide open. Touchdown. Shame on me for not just using him up over there. Anyways, Chase makes the catch right there. That's going to be a first down. We're not trying to go 0-2. Seattle's also not trying to go 0-2. Screen game. We're going to find Chase Brown. And Chase Brown working his way into Seattle territory. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. And finally brought down at the 22-yard line. Now, will this drive end with some points? Or will it end with just a field goal? When I say points, I'm talking about 6. And Shipley will get us 6. I love rotating my running backs. It's a long season. I am doing full pad practices now just because wear and tear hasn't been that big of an issue with us, and I want it to be somewhat of an issue. It is football. Guys get banged up, so I want to utilize the whole roster. So hopefully utilizing full padded practices will make that a thing. That pass is going to be caught by the Michigan man, and that's going to be a first down. 2nd down and 3. They go to JSN again, weaving through traffic, and they're back in Bengals territory. So 31 seconds on the clock. They're at our 34-yard line. Quick pass is caught, and Seattle continues to move the ball with some ease on this defense. They work it in the field goal range. 4 seconds on the clock. The kick is up. The kick is good. 17-3 as we head to the second half. 17-13, excuse me, as we head to the second half. Now we're up by 3, 23-20 here in the 4th quarter. And we get the ball to Brown, and he's going to pick up 3. We throw the ball to Brown in the flat, turns upfield, and gives us a first down. First down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Going to run the ball with Brown here, weaving through traffic again, and brought down just shy of the first down. 12 carries, 99 yards for him. We also signed Pollard, the ex-Cowboy, ex-Titan. He's now our backup running back because, again, I don't know where Taj Brooks went. That pass going to be caught by Higgins, and that will be a first down. So from the 41-yard line, first down and 10. Screen pass caught by Pollard. Pollard weaving through traffic is going to have a first down. Not quite. No, they will give it to him. So first down and 10 from the 31. We are looking for a touchdown to go by 2 scores. We're going to find Hambrick, and he has us sitting pretty inside the 10. Now it's 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line. The pressure gets to us. That's Sawyer. And we got to settle for a field goal. Kick is up. Kick is good. And we're only up by 6. So although we took some time off the clock and drove down the field and scored, that's a win for Seattle because it's still just a 1-possession lead for us. A touchdown gives them a lead. Obviously, they got to knock home the PAT. They give the ball to Walker. He has himself a first down. A little bit tired. They throw a screen pass to him. Anyway, got a mean block. And he's going to work his way upfield for a first down, brought down by Battle. So Darnold from the 24-yard line has all day in the pocket, drops it off underneath. It's caught, and it's going to result in a gain of 6. Can we keep them out of the end zone? 2nd down and 4. They go up top, and we get a good play by Battle. Got a hand on the football there. 3rd down and 4. Over the middle, it's caught, and it's going to be a first down, and Seattle continues to apply pressure. So 1st and goal. We send a blitz. They throw it to the flat. David with a touchdown-saving tackle. 2nd down and goal. Screen pass. We get a hit on him with De La Rosa. He can't bring him down, but Hendrickson does. So 3rd down and goal. Looking downfield, throwing it over David's head. I thought we were going to have a pick. It goes right over our outstretched arms, and they're able to convert. So they're up by 1. But we find Lane, the rookie from LSU, makes the catch, and that's going to result in a first down. 2nd down and 4 from the 34. Burrow looking, throwing it underneath, caught by Lane again. He gets down. We're in field goal range. 1 second on the clock. We kick it, and this one is finito. 29-27 is the score, and we get a win over Seattle on the road. DJ Turner, who had a pick in that first game, gets an upgrade here. 86 overall. That's a good look. So Buchanan is the future in Steelers land. He's also the present, but he's presently hurt. So it will be Davis Mills, who was on the Colts, and now he's on the Steelers. They also got Zay Flowers, who they signed in the offseason. Big signing there, obviously. Then you got Quinn, who has the most tackles. They also got Bobby Wagner on this roster as well. Sacks goes to T.J. Watt. Highsmith doesn't have too many sacks so far this season. He might have been banged up. It's still early, though, in this year. So 1-1 are the Steelers, 1-1 are we. And they're going to run the ball with Warren, and we're going to shut that down. So 2nd down and 7 as Davis Mills winning that 12 by Terry Bradshaw. Going to find DK Metcalf, who makes the catch, and that's going to give him a first down. Then David coming downhill and laying the lumber. 3rd down and 2 from the 14-yard line. 4-man rush to give Mills some protection, but he escapes out the pocket, and he's going to pick up a first down. So they're going to use his legs to move those chains. Then Warren trying to get to the outside, nothing doing. Bradley with the stop. 3rd and goal. Looking downfield. That pass caught by Horton, and Horton, he gets shut down. So 4th and goal, they're going to go for it. Can we get a goal line stand? They're going to run the ball with Caleb Johnson, and Battle is there to lay him down. So we remain up by 7. 5:37 on the clock. This would be nice if we could score and have this be the last drive of the first half. We run the ball, we pick up 3 yards. Now we're going to go to the air, throw it to the flat, caught by Brown. Brown trying to get loose, and he's fighting for every inch. So 3rd down and 3 now. Burrow underneath, going to find Higgins, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, and brought down at the 46 in Steelers territory. Higgins putting on the show on that one. 1st down and 10 from the 46. Give this one to Brown. Breaks the tackle. Jumps over Queen. And he's going to get this one upfield for a gain of 4. Now it's 3rd down and 5. Burrow. Quick pass. Caught by Way. And Way is loose. Way gets this one all the way inside the 10. When we go 4 receivers, you got to watch out because everybody can make a play. We throw it, and it's going to be dropped by Brown. Took a big hit. And that's going to set up 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line. So 3rd and goal. Quick pass, caught by Way, touchdown. And I think one of our receivers here, I want to say it's Chase. No, I just saw number 1 out there. Maybe it's Lane. Lane is a little bit shaken up, so Way is getting more playing time. And now we get a sack on Mills. That's Foskey coming through when we need him to the 3rd. I want to say 3rd-year man out of Notre Dame. That pass going to be caught. And it's going to result in a decent game, setting up 3rd down and 6. 4-man rush by the Bengals. Not going to get there. Can we make a tackle? We cannot. And that's going to result in a first down for Horton. Did I call him Norton? I think I called him Horton. It's Horton. Horton's who? That pass going to be caught by Zay Flowers. And it's going to be 1 yard shy of the first down. They're going to set up for a field goal. The kick is up. And it is good. The Steelers have a new kicker, as their former kicker retired this past offseason. Guys kind of retired kind of early in this game. Hey, is what it is. 3rd down and 1. We're up by 5. Going to throw it short. That pass going to be caught by Hambrick, and that will result in a first down. From the 33, get this one to Brown. Brown getting loose. Brown into the secondary. Breaks a couple of tackles, and finally dropped at the Steelers' 39-yard line. 3rd down and 3 from the 32. Going to Brown out of the backfield. Makes the catch, and he's loose. Can the Steelers catch him? And they do catch him, but at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal. Going to run the ball. Brown untouched as he crosses the goal line. And we go up by 2 scores. So the Steelers, they have their work cut out for them. They got to score quickly here. Mills has it. Mills steps up, throws it. Caught. Can we chase him down? We can with Battle. But he beat us in man-to-man coverage. Had a couple of picks last year in man-to-man, using, but not right there. We give up a big play. But then David is like, I'm going to get you back. Mills, he gets sacked. 2nd down and 17. They throw it to the flat. It's caught. And that's going to be a nice gain by their running back, Warren. And it's 3rd down and 6. Mills steps up, throws it over the middle, caught. And that's a first down. So Mills comes through on 3rd down. 2nd down and goal. Can we get another goal line stand? Mills going to tuck it and run it. and there will be no such goal line stand on this drive as the Steelers cross the goal line. So Way from his own 5-yard line up to the 10 to the 20, cuts the back, breaks the tackle to the 25 to the 30, and gets all the way up to the 36-yard line. So good field position. The Steelers have 2 timeouts remaining. Gonna fire it over the middle. It's caught by Chase. And Jamar Chase breaks the tackle but steps out of bounds. 2nd down and 2. We get the ball. No, we fake it. We're going to throw it on the run. It's going to be caught by Way. And the Steelers are out of timeouts now. So one more first down will end this ball game, and we get it right there. And we get back-to-back wins as we beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. 21-16 is the final there. So Foskey had a sack. He is going to get a little bit of an upgrade. He's 76 overall. So edge rushers ain't no problem. These are the guys that are looking for new deals. Chris Jenkins Jr., Hendrickson, who is kind of getting shaken up a little bit more often now. So that's a question mark. I like Clark. He's our 4th corner. We might be able to find a cheaper option in the draft to replace him. Pollard, in my mind, he was like a 1-year rental. I wanted somebody that was more of like a receiving scat back. I did not realize Taj Brooks wasn't going to be around when I signed him. But yeah, we're going to see what happens there. A lot of these guys were just 1-year rentals. Stewart, I believe we exercised the option on him. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. So Jenkins is shaking up. He's week to week. And then Jamie Lane, he's out with an upper arm fracture. So we get the 4-6 defense play sheet, which is going to come in handy for stopping the run. Because although the Ravens do not have Derrick Henry, they did draft a guy, I believe his name is Sanchez, or I want to say it's Sanchez. I'm going to look it up again. But, yeah, he's a power back. So, like, they replace power with power. So, Fairchild, he was a rookie year number 1. He's up to year number 3 now, and we are, I believe he's 80 overall. Dickinson, he gets another upgrade at 74 overall as a rookie. That's really not that bad. We've done a decent job in the draft. Last year, scouting was a little bit rough because I didn't pay attention to scouting. You want to pay attention to scouting, and I think the draft went a lot better as far as the grades and ratings and all that jazz is concerned. Next week, we'll be taking on the Arizona Cardinals. They got their rookie quarterback, who is now a 2nd-year guy, and he was a beast. He won MVP his rookie season. Rushing attack is decent, could be better, obviously. The receiving core is nice, but you're probably looking more out of Wilson and Harrison Jr. Obviously, their tight end spot is top-notch. So we're going to be taking on Arizona. Not really too worried about their defense, but you never know. With me on the sticks, I can turn the ball over like crazy, and it can turn into a closer game than we're hoping for versus the Arizona Cardinals. So we are on the road for this one. The Arizona Cardinals are 1-2. We are 2-1. And yeah, let's try to have some fun. We're already up by 7. Gannon, quick pass. That's going to be caught by Marvin Harrison Jr. He's going to have himself a first down. Out of the gun again. 4-man rush. Not going to get close to Gannon. Finds Marvin Harrison again. Brought down by Knight inside the 5. They fake the run. They throw it to the running back. Benson breaks the tackle, crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona. And the Cardinals have come to play. But let's see what our offense can do, okay? We just got to protect the football. They come in talking about the Cardinals with 5 picks so far this season. That's not bad. It's only been 3 games. So 5 picks in 3 games, that's not a bad ratio. Burrow under pressure. Burrow going down. So we had it 2nd down and 3. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 11. And on 3rd and 11, go back to the air, going to drop it off underneath the Gesicki. He makes the catch, and that's going to result in the first down. 2nd down and 3. Burrow surveys the field, throws it to the flat, caught by Chase Brown, and Chase Brown will have a chain mover in his back pocket. So we're up to the 43-yard line. Burrow under some pressure. Down he goes again. Another sack for this Cardinals defense. And that is going to give the ball back to the Cardinals offense. Marvin Harrison breaks a tackle, turns a little gain into a bigger gain, and it's a first down up to the 37-yard line. No pass rush to speak of. Launching it deep, but a big hit by Stone. Knocking the ball out of Wilson's hands on that one. 3rd down. Gannon all day. Good protection. Now he runs out of time because he couldn't find anybody open and smartly throws that football away. But we take over. 3rd down and 3. Burrow trying to keep the drive alive. Those are underneath. Going to be caught by a handbrick. And that's going to result in the first down. We have too many weapons on offense. If that's even a thing. I don't know. That pass going to be caught. That is going to be Jamar Chase, and that is going to be a Bengals first down inside the 20. They send everybody on the blitz, and if you can get the ball away with accuracy, you're going to have yourself a big play, and that's exactly what happens. You get a touchdown up on the board to end the first half of play. The Dolphins and the Jets both have new quarterbacks. The Jets have a second-year man. This is their first-year man in Miami, throwing a touchdown pass to the back of the end zone. And so far, Harris, or I can't say so far, game is over. Harris outdueled Jones in that one. That pass going to be caught by Higgins. He gets brought down, gives us a first down. So we're up by 7 here in the fourth quarter. Burrow looking downfield, and that's a dime. Gonna find Way, who takes it all the way. Touchdown Cincinnati, 28-14 is the score. Quick pass caught by Marvin Harrison Jr., and that is going to result in a first down. Gannon has a man open in the flat. It's their star. McBride makes the catch. Gain of 6. They got plenty of time. 7:10 on the clock. They just got to score a touchdown on this drive. A field goal does nothing for them. And on 3rd and 4, they can't connect the dots. So 4th and 4, lead the offense out there right up the seam. They throw it. It's caught. It's a first down. Move those chains. 1st and 10. That pass going to be caught, and that will be a gain of 9. They're going to run the ball up the gut with Benson. He picks up 1. That's going to give him a first down. 1st and goal. They run the ball, and Benson crosses the goal line. And there's still just over 4 minutes to go in this one. Now 3rd down and inches. Under 3:30 to go. We give the ball to Pollard, and he's going to find some space and give us a fresh set of downs. Chase Brown back in the ballgame, but we go to the air on 2nd and 7. We're going to find All Jr. and All Rise for Big All as he picks up a first down. Had to run a man over to get the job done. Arizona, 1 timeout left on the clock. They're going to have to burn it here because that's going to give us a first down. So 2 minutes. They could get the ball back, but we are in field goal range. 2nd down and 7. They do stop us. So 3rd down and 3. We take it all the way down to 1:18. We snap it. Brown looking for a first down. He's going to dive. Fantasy owners will be mad, but Cincinnati Bengals fans will be happy as we walk away with a 7-point win. So 28-21 is the final. We get the job done. McCree, who was the practice squad or the free agent signing, practice squad signee, he started development. I mean, most people do. I don't know if it's because we picked development head coach, development wizard, but a lot of our guys on the roster have star development. So when it comes to looking for our man Brooks, I was still looking for Taj Brooks. I was like, where is he? I know he's here somewhere. Like why would he just disappear? But he is nowhere to be found. So McGree, we're going to try to get him, I don't know, to be a starter, to be a more valuable player. But, I mean, he has star development, so why not try to get his skills up, get him some more attribute points, some XP. But right there we get toasted by, or toasted. Not toasted. I was trying to say dust and toasted in one word. It was toasted, but toasted by Chase Brown. Right there, that's a solid tackle. And we were to work our way all the way up to, I believe, silver. Did we? No, bronze. It was just a solid bronze showing. But the guy that starts at Sam backer for us, Barrett Carter, he is now 74 overall. And then Matt Lee, a backup center, he is still 67 overall. And then Ramsey, our backup Sam linebacker, who also has star development, he is up to 67 overall. So I couldn't find our man Taj Brooks, but that's okay. As we get ready to take on the Las Vegas Raiders, they are 0-4. We are 3-1. It's going to be Floyd at quarterback, a changing of the guard here in Vegas as they have themselves a new quarterback. Another primetime game for us. That pass is going to be dropped. You can't blame Floyd for that one. So an incompletion on 3rd down, and they punt this one away. We take over. Burrow fires it. That pass is going to be picked off. A good jump on the football, and the Raiders take the ball right back. And Burrow got pancake blocked on the return, and he's hurt. So if he can't go, we'll be Quan Beverly as we get the Floyd there. Stewart with the sack. 2nd down and 17. They fake it to Genty. They throw it underneath. That pass caught by the fullback. Get your fullbacks involved, and that's going to result in a gain of around 11. So 3rd down now, and there goes Floyd off to the races, brought down by Stone. It's a first down for Justice Floyd. Looking downfield, Floyd loose again. Big hit, though. That's our rookie strong safety laying the lumber. Then Genty, he turns the corner, and the star from Boise State crosses the goal line, touchdown Vegas. So 14-7 to score. Burrow, if he gets like an eyelash that falls on him, he might be out because his wear and tear is all the way down to the bottom. Brown gets the carry though, breaking ankles. Brown breaking hearts with a stiff arm. That's going to be a first down on 2nd down and 2. We're going to go to the air. Burrow under pressure. Got hit by Crosby. Connects the dots to Brown. But yeah, injury timeout. Burrow, yeah, he's slow to get up. So bring in Beverly. 2nd-year man out of Michigan. Going to run the ball here, and he's going to pick up 2 yards. Beverly throws it. That pass incomplete. So 2nd down and 8 turns to 3rd down and 8. We throw it quickly, caught by Higgins, and that's going to give us a fresh set of downs. So Beverly, I mean, he looks pretty good throwing the ball here. Everything's underneath, but everything's coming out on time and on target and with some zip. So we pick up a first down, 2nd down and 3. Quick pass here, caught by Higgins. Gets met at the goal line. From the 2-yard line, we turn, we hand the ball off, and we take it to the crib. Touchdown, Cincy. 14-14 is the score. Floyd trying to get loose. Not going to happen. Hendrickson with the sack. 58 seconds to work with. 3rd down and 10. Floyd with time. Floyd launching this one deep, and it's going to be incomplete. So our defense gets to stop. Gives us the ball back with 44 seconds on the clock in all 3 of our timeouts. And Beverly, he can do this. He tucks it, he runs it, and gives us a first down. 22 seconds on the clock. Those are striked away. Makes the grab. They're in the same draft class, and it's a first down. 10 seconds on the clock, and to throw a bullet to Higgins, makes the catch, and that's going to put us in field goal range for McPherson. The kick is on its way, and the kick is good. 17-14 is the score. The Raiders down by 3, and then during the 3rd quarter, they just took over. Beverly wasn't playing pretty well, as you could tell. Burrow was now healthy enough to be back in the ballgame. I might bench him just for a safety. Throws the ball there, caught by Way, who's been making plays, because Lane is shaken up. So no Lane. Burrow was back in the game, obviously. We throw it to the flat, caught by Brown. And I'm thinking that maybe we can come back, but at the very least, we can just pass some stats, because whatever happened in the 3rd quarter is crazy. But Jamar Chase with a crazy catch there. We cut the lead down to 11. Floyd under pressure. David with the sack. That's going to back him up 6. So they go from 2nd down and 2 to 3rd down and 8. And from the 26-yard line, Genty is the man in motion. Dropping back is Floyd. Floyd's going to step up. Now he throws it. It's caught. Is that going to be a first down? It is, and the drive will continue. 2:07 on the clock. Out of the gun. They go with a play fake. That pass caught. And that's going to be Keyshawn Boutte, the ex-Patriot, that makes the catch there. So 2nd down and 14. Floyd keeps it on the read option, gets a block from Keyshawn Boutte. He's going to take this one all the way to the 21-yard line. They will milk the clock from there. And we lose for the 2nd time this season, and the Raiders, they get their first win. So Stewart, a little shaken up. He's going to rest. And, yeah, we also got Clark. He's shaken up. I think I'm going to do half pads for him just to keep you updated as far as what we're doing practice-wise as an organization. Anyways, going to fire this one to Way. He's been playing very well. I mean, we got too many weapons. I think all these receivers can ball out. Obviously, no one's going to replace Chase. Nobody should replace Higgins, but if we need a piece like on defense or something else on the O-line, Higgins might be a very good piece to trade away. I'm not saying I want to do that. I'm just saying that it's a possibility because the goal is championships. We only got 5 years. This is year number 3. And we want to be a multi-championship team before this thing is all over with. And we can't even get out of the wild card round so far. Quan Beverly, his morale a little bit down in the dumps. Again, I'm pretty sure when we were simming during the 3rd quarter, he did not have a good 3rd quarter to speak of. McCree, another upgrade for him. Lane, he's out week to week with an upper arm fracture. That's not good. Now it's time to take on the LA Rams. Cooper Otten is their starting quarterback. They got Miles Hill, what a name, at running back along with Williams. They also got Rashee Rice, Puka Nacua, obviously. They got Trey Tucker. The receiving core, pretty darn good if you ask me. Landman, he is their top tackler with 42 total, 24 solo. TFLs goes to Turner. Sacks goes to, I believe Verse has the most with 5 of those things, and he does. So we were able to beat Arizona. We ended up losing to Las Vegas. LA is not like in between them, but close enough to them where who knows what's going to happen as we have another primetime game. Another primetime game, and it's the greatest show on turf jerseys. They throw that thing up, and that pass will fall incomplete. They got to settle for a field goal. Kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. So the Rams, they connect on the field goal to get on the scoreboard for the first time. It's going to be Haskins, and Haskins trying to get loose. Breaks a couple of tackles and then falls forward. And he's going to take us up to the 38-yard line. Joe Burrow has the football, throws it quickly, caught by Wade, takes a big hit, but it's a gain of 6 from the 44. Second down and 4. Comeback route ran by Jamar Chase. That's barbecue chicken. Too easy. We throw it. It's a completion. Looking downfield. That pass caught by Wade. Breaks the tackle. Still loose. Breaking ankles. And he has a first down. We run the ball with Brown. He falls forward. That's the pickup of 8 yards. Only his second carry of the ball game. Give it to him again. Breaks the tackle, but does he get it? He does get it. They give him forward progress. First and 10 from the 23. Underneath, we're going to find Gesicki, and he's going to fall forward for, well, not quite forward, but he had enough for a first down before he got brought down. Third down and 4. Burrow throwing it to the end zone, caught by Higgins. Touchdown, Cincinnati, and the Bengals are back up by 2 possessions. So Otten, third down and 5. What can he do? He steps up, he throws it, and give me that Yahoo! Zay. I said, give me that Yahoo. Give me that user interception, and we got this thing going back the other way. So first down and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield. We're going to drop this one off to Way. He's loose yet again. Run after the catch is phenomenal with him. Burrow throwing it. Higgins like, well, check this out. I'm going to break a tackle. I'm going to break your ankles, and I'm going to get this one in the end zone for my second touchdown of the first half. T. Higgins in the end zone yet again. So Otten takes back over. They got it at the 48-yard line. Third down and 7, and down he goes. Sacked on the play, Cedric Johnson. And now Way on the punt return. And Way, he can get loose. And Way is trying to get loose. And Way turns the corner, chucking up the deuces. He is gone. A punt return, his second of his career, at least user-wise. I mean, maybe during the sim he got a couple. I don't know. But user-wise, that's number 2. And that's number 3 touchdowns for T. Higgins in the first half. We are beating up those Rams of LA. 35-10 is the score. So fourth quarter action now, under 6 minutes to go. Otten looking deep downfield, and that pass picked off. It's going to be Hill with the pick. Our secondary is absolutely phenomenal. They will get the ball back with 1:10 on the clock. They throw it. That pass caught by Puka Nacua. I want to say we kept them in check, but I do not know. I mean, it seems like we have, though. Johnson gets another sack, so edge rushers are just having themselves a day to remember. 4th and 6, they throw it up. That pass caught, but not in bounds. So they drive down there. We get a fourth down stop, a goal line stop, and 35-17 is the final. And Trey Hendrickson is still getting upgrades in his 30s, which I'm not mad at. I'm not mad. Should it happen that way? I'm not sure, but it's happening. Josh Galindo up to 77 overall. Got to get that agility, just that group up to 68. That's probably not going to cut it because that's our scheme. We like agile offensive linemen here in Cincinnati, believe it or not. We are 4-2. So are the Cleveland Browns. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens are both at 2-4, which is good news for us because Baltimore has been the team that's given us the most fits, and we're about to play them here. They got Chavez at running back wearing that 22. He's a power back. And again, for all case and purposes, he's going to be a dog in this offense. And they also got Wester. Remember, no more Zay Flowers for the Baltimore Ravens. He is now a Pittsburgh Steeler. So, yes, do they have receivers that I'm afraid of? No, not really. Lamar Jackson's still the threat. They still got tight ends that can catch the football, and they still got a defense with Nnamdi with three sacks so far this season, a pick by Starks. But their defense is still good, although the numbers don't really back that up, to say the least. Jordan Battle up to 84 overall. When we had him, I believe he was in the 70s. Most people on this roster was in the 70s. Not most people, at least our starters, are all in the 80s. And Rob Dickinson, strong safety, rookie strong safety, up to 75 overall. I still don't think we know his development trait, but it should be at least a star, if not superstar, because it is hidden. And I don't think I ever seen a hidden turn out to be a normal dev, right? So 7-7 here in the second quarter. We're going to run the ball with Brown. Brown going to have a first down. And you know we're looking to beat the Ravens because they've been kicking our butt all franchise long. Play fake. Burrow looking downfield, and that's a pick, and that's why they've been kicking our tail, because of passes like that. Right to Smith, and that's not how you do it. Looking downfield, and yo, we get to him, and that feels good to get that sack, safety blitz, battle with the takedown of Jackson. They throw it over the middle. That pass caught by Bateman is a first down. It is a first down. Move those chains. If the Ravens, if you don't know, the Ravens beat us both times in the playoffs. Year 1 and year 2, both in the wild card round. Last year, it was at home. The year before, it was at their crib because they won the division. So the last 2 division winners in this franchise going toe-to-toe. That pass is caught. And now they're looking at 3rd and goal. Lamar Jackson, can we keep him in the pocket? No. Can he outrun people? He can, but not this time. Levante David, I think, has been our best free agency move. I mean, he's really our only free agency move, but that was a big one. Because we could have been like, nah, he's over the hill. He's not the same guy, but he can run down almost anybody in the league. 2nd down and 20, and we're going to find Jamar Chase, and that is going to give us a first down. His run after the catch, A1. All of these receivers are this good. And then we throw it, and it's Nnamdi. That's Nnamdi with the pick, and we ain't talking about Asamoah. So 2nd down and 6. That pass is caught. That's going to be a chain mover. So they got 1st and goal. 1 timeout left. They get the ball to Chavez. We're all over it. Hendrickson, he's like, I'm playing for another contract. I want to stay in Cincinnati. I hope you do, because the way you've been playing, you deserve it. And you might keep upgrading until your career is over, believe it or not. 3rd down and goal. They have no more timeouts, and I wish you had more time, Baltimore. Okay, I don't. I'm glad you ran out of time because I'm not trying to lose to y'all again. So 7-10 the scores. We head to the second half. Now it's 10-10 into the 4th quarter. We find Lane, who's back from injury, makes the catch there, and that's a first down. And now Higgins is out. So it's Lane, Way, and Chase at receiver. We throw it to Chase, makes the catch, breaks the tackle, brought down at the 5-yard line. Burrow surveys the field. He's going to run out of time. I'm just happy he held on to the football. A lot of times they fumble right there. But we're going to settle for a field goal nonetheless, and we take a 3-point lead with under 6 minutes to go in the ball game. So read option. And they didn't get the block that they needed. Andrews whiffed on Stewart. Stewart gets the tackle on Lamar Jackson, and then Jackson misses Andrews. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Lamar Jackson from a clean pocket throws it. It's caught by Andrews. Runs away from Knight. Finally brought down by Battle. 1st down in Bengals territory with 2:37 on the clock. Jackson fires it, man, left wide open. Definitely a blown coverage, and it's Wester in the end zone, and we're down by 4 to the Bengals yet again. But in my heart of hearts, nevermore. We're not losing to this team again. No more losing to the Ravens. Let's come back, Joe, and look at this pass. That's a strike. Gonna find Gesicki up the sideline. Go ahead, Joe, do your thing. And then we go down. Sacked on the play. Loss of 1,000 yards. 3rd down and 16. That pass caught by Way. Takes a nasty hit. 4th and 3. We're going to go for it. We still have all 3 timeouts, so we don't get it. Hopefully our defense can get a stop, but we do get it. Move those chains. 34 seconds on the clock. 2nd down and 1. Burrow looking. Enzo bound. Caught by Lane. Get your moss on. Over the top of Higgins. And it's a touchdown. 2nd down and 1. Lamar Jackson. 18 seconds on the clock. Turns on the Jets. Weaving through traffic. Fumbles the football, but they recover it. How? How do we allow that to happen? 1st and 10. Chavez gets the carry. And we're able to stop him before he can pick up a first down, but they're in field goal range. That's exactly what they were looking for. The kick is up, and the kick will be good. And this football game is headed to overtime. I mean, as it should be. Although we're in 1st place and the Ravens are in the bottom of the division with the Steelers, it should be this way with the 2 division winners, 2 playoff rivals at this point. It should be just like this. 3rd down and 2. Burrow has a man open underneath. That's caught by Way. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. Finally brought down by Roquan Smith. 3rd down and 6. Burrow. Quick pass. Caught by Jamar Chase. Is that a first down? No. What are we going to do? 4th and inches? We're going to go for not quite field goal range, and it's kind of too far for a punt for my liking. We're going to run the ball, and we pick it up by the hairs of our chin. 2:40 to go in the ball game, or in the overtime, I should say. We had the ball game. You could end the tie. You could literally kiss your cousin. We ain't trying to do that. 3rd down and 7. Looking downfield is Burrow. As he drops back, quick pass is caught. Lane breaks a tackle. Thank goodness these big body LSU receivers come through when I need them to. 1:30 on the clock. We're going to run the ball with Brown. Still loose. Still on his feet. Breaking ankles, and we're inside the 15. 2nd down and 4. We're going to run the ball with Brown. Brown turns the corner. Got away from Smith. Dives across the goal line. And we take the lead with under a minute to go in overtime. 40 seconds on the clock. 3rd down. Lamar Jackson then did it again. And then he fumbled again. And this time, we recover it. And that is going to be your ball game. This ain't like Steve Young, get the monkey off my back, but it feels good to beat the Baltimore Ravens. Although they do not have a winning record. They are looking like they might not even be a playoff team. That is a nice win to have versus a team that we've had trouble with. Now, the only thing that's really missing from what I can see, Zay Flowers, that's a big piece. Their receiving core is decimated without Zay Flowers. Yes, they still got Andrews, but as a receiving unit, the WRs on the team, not too talented without Zay Flowers. And, of course, the absence of Henry, who was good up until retirement. He could still be playing. Chavez looks to be pretty good, but he's not the same as Henry. And ever since year 1, we had a hard time stopping Henry, especially in the playoff game. But after we signed David, things got a little bit easier with stopping Henry. But again, it's never easy to stop the king. So, time to take on Tony Alexander, Junkins, and this Cleveland Browns team that is up there in the division with us. They have Warner out of Oklahoma, 6'1", 215 pounds. He was a rookie last year. Now he leads their team in receiving yards. Also has 3 touchdowns to lead their team as well. Devin Bush doing his thing for the Browns. They also got Thibodeau. They also got Van Ness. And, of course, they got Myles Garrett still. Graham chipping in with a sack and a half from his D tackle spot. Ward with 3 picks. Bush with a pick as well. So it's the 2 best teams in the AFC North. It's the Cleveland Browns and it's the Cincinnati Bengals in the Battle of Ohio. And obviously, the Cleveland Browns got themselves a quarterback, Tony Alexander. 10 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions so far this season. We found ourselves up by 3 with the football in the second quarter. We're going to run the ball with Tony Pollard, and he's going to pick up a gain of 10 on his first carry. He's still the man in the backfield. We're going to turn, fake it to him. Now Burrow rolls right, throws it deep downfield, and Ward was waiting on that one. Gotta be careful with those crossing patterns. Ward breaks a tackle on the return and then dropped at the 38-yard line. So Tony Alexander is going to come onto the field with excellent field position. 2nd down and 6. Under some pressure, and down he goes. Chris Jenkins Jr. playing for a new contract, and he's looking to get some big money, hopefully from us. 3rd down and 14. Alexander with the football. Alexander has a man wide open. It's caught. And that's going to be a first down for the Browns as they work their way inside the 5-yard line. 2nd down and go from the 2. Give it to the fullback. Get your fullbacks involved. It's going to be a touchdown right up the gut. And the Cleveland Browns take a 4-point lead. Burrow underneath going to find Hambrick. Hambrick off to the races. And the speedy tight end picks up a nice gain and takes it to the 47-yard line. Now we're looking at 2nd down and 1 from the 38. Burrow fires it underneath and to find T. Higgins, who makes the catch, broke a tackle, and then gets dropped for a first down. And there goes Shipley. And Shipley, he's going to take this one inside the 5. Going to hand the ball off to Shipley again, and he's going to cross the goal line. Touchdown, Bengals. And just like that, we are back on top in this one. So it's 1st down and 10. Tony Alexander has the football again. And again, he's able to find a man open. And that's going to be a first down for the Cleveland Browns. They find themselves back in the Bengals territory. And they run the ball. And Junkins is going to pick up a gain of 8. 2nd down and 2. That pass is caught. Levante David with the stop. It's a first down again. 2nd down and 3. Go to the flat. Breaking the tackle is the fullback. And he's going to cross the 10. So 1st and goal from the 9. Now it's third down and goal from the 6-yard line, and Alexander throws it out of the back of the end zone. Didn't like the pass patterns combined with our coverage. They set up for a field goal. So 10-10 is the score in the battle for first place in the AFC North. So we're up by 6. They go for the QB sneak. They're not going to get it. So 4th and goal from the 1. They're going to go for it, and that pass is caught by Spellman. It's a touchdown, and just like that, with a good PAT, the Browns are back up. 3rd down and 2 for the Bengals. Burrow with time, throwing it over the middle for Lane, and the rookie can't make the catch. So on 4th and 2, we decide to punt the football away. They're going to run the ball, and Hendrickson is all over that. Gets a TFL. He is still a beast out there. 2nd down and 11 from the 42-yard line now. Tony Alexander looking to go to the air. Throws it to the flat. It's caught, and it's going to turn out to be a first down. A pass that went about 1 yard upfield results in a gain of 12. Now Alexander throws it, and he throws it away on 3rd and 10. So our defense holds, and we're going to get a chance to try to come back. We're going to see what we can do. 1st down and 10 from the 18. Quick pass caught by Lane. Lane going to work his way upfield for a gain of 9. From the 27, Burrow surveys the field. Going to throw it out of the backfield. That's going to be caught by Chase Brown. And Chase Brown will give us a first down. 2nd down and 10. Going downfield, and we overthrow way. 3rd down and 10. Burrow has a man open. That's T. Higgins. Makes a man miss. Breaks a tackle. And brought down at the 42-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. All we need is a field goal. Going to throw it quickly on 3rd and 6. Caught by Way. Breaks a tackle. Then Delpit is there to put him down. 2nd down and 15. We're on the cusp of field goal range, and we find Lane. Makes the catch. Got away from a couple of defenders, and now we're inside the 26-yard line. We give the ball to Brown, and Chase Brown breaking tackles and takes it to the 11-yard line. 2nd down and 9. Burrow over the middle. It's caught. Touchdown, Jamar Chase. And it's 22-17. So we're going to go for 2 to make it a clear 7-point lead for us. And the pass is caught by Lane, and the 2-point conversion is good. So we're up by 7. Alexander throws it, and it's picked off by Stewart. The Browns only have 1 timeout left, so that is going to do it. We move on to 6 and 2. They move on to 4 and 3. But obviously going to have to see this team again in Cincinnati. Chris Jenkins, he gets another upgrade. Again, he's playing in his last year under this contract. So he's looking for a new deal. He's up to 81 overall. We're in first place. Cleveland, although still a playoff team in the playoff start today, would be the 7th seed. So that is not exactly where they want to be, but that's how tight the AFC playoff picture is. So we're going to try to get a total of 2,000 yards with Chase Brown receiving and rushing. Obviously, we're going to see if we can do that. Cincinnati Bengal, Mixon, averaging about 4.4 yards a carry. They also got Pacheco on the roster. Collins, he leads the team with 29 receptions, 386 yards receiving, and 4 receiving touchdowns. To'o has the most tackles with 57 of those things, 3 TFLs. Most sacks goes to Will Anderson Jr. They also got Hunter on the D-line as well. And picks, Stingley with 3. To'o, he has 1 as well. So 2nd quarter action now. It's a 0-0 ball game. We're going to find Way, who makes the catch quickly, and that's going to result in a first down. Burrow has a man open in the flat. Big hit as Chase makes the catch, but then goes nowhere after that. Get the ball to Chase Brown again, and this time he gets hit in the backfield. So 3rd down, 8 yards to go. 4-man rush by Houston. Burrow steps up, throws it, and it gets out of the hands of Higgins with a devastating hit. That's a hospital ball right there. We got to settle for a field goal. Kicker's up, kicker's good, and we strike first here in the 2nd quarter. That pass going to be caught by Collins. He gets wrestled out of bounds. Gain of 7 there. They run the ball with Mixon, and he's a load to bring down. He's going to pick up a nice gain. First down, Houston. Now it's 3rd and 4 as they launch it deep. Looking for Mixon, who was split out wide. David with the coverage, able to stick with the running back. And we get a hand, or we knock the football loose with a big hit to the back. All makes the catch right there, and that's going to be a pickup of 7 yards. Out of the gun, Burrow surveys the field, throws it. That pass caught by Lane, and again, this receiving core is absolutely filthy. Looking downfield, that pass caught by Way, and Way, look at the run after catch by him, And we're back in Houston Texans territory. We're going to run the ball here with Brown. Brown cuts it back, gets a block, makes the man miss, breaks the tackle, and he is gone. One of his best runs of the season, of the series. He has put on a show yet again. He was just weaving through traffic. He's going to put us up by 10 points. So Houston on the kick return. There's a fumble, and we recover it. So we got it at the 25-yard line. Screen pass. Brown makes the catch. Brown with blockers in front, inside the 10, and forced out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Full house back. We're going to go to the air. We throw it. It's caught by Higgins, and he's down at the 1. 4th and goal. We give it to Haskins, the fullback, and he powers through and gets the touchdown. I believe that's his first touchdown. So congratulations to him. 17-0, Bengals on top. C.J. Stroud has a man. That's Higgins, but he can't make the catch. So the second-year receiver drops that one. They throw it to the flat. That pass caught by Mixon. He's going to get brought down out of bounds by Tyler Britt. Now looking downfield is Stroud, and he's going to run out of time as Stewart gets in there for the sack. So 3rd down and 9 now. C.J. Stroud out of the gun. He receives the snap. He steps up, throws it. That pass is caught by Schultz, but shy of the first down. So we take over the minute 22 on the clock. Looking downfield is Burrow. Going to find Higgins. Higgins weaving through traffic, and he's going to pick up a decent gain. There is no Jamar Chase for us as of right now as we find Hambrick. The ball is loose, and Stingley is there for the recovery. So now Stroud and the Houston Texans offense. They look to put some points up on the board before the half is up. They find Schultz, and that's going to give them a first down. 1st and 10. Quick pass caught by Collins, who does get out of bounds. That's going to stop the clock. They set up for 3. Kick is up. Kick is good. And the Houston Texans are finally on the scoreboard. 17-3 is the score going into the halftime break. Now it's 20-10. 4th quarter action. Stroud gives the ball to Mixon, and Mixon is going nowhere. David and company there for the stop. They turn and they fake it. Now they throw it to Mixon. After faking it to him, he's able to break a tackle, but then Stewart is there to put him down. So now out of the pistol, it's 3rd down, and C.J. Stroud got to connect the dots. Under some pressure. Can he find somebody open? He cannot. And it's Stewart who gets the sack. So Wade now on the punt return. Gets a block. Weaving through traffic. He's going to take this one up to the 26-yard line. Full house backfield again. We're going to run the ball. Brown's going to take it outside. Brown is loose. Can't quite get out of that last tackle, but he will give us a fresh set of downs. Now it's 3rd and 5. We throw it to Lane, who makes the catch as the contact arrives. 3rd and 6. We throw it quickly, caught by Higgins, but shy of the first down. 4th and 3, leave the offense out there again. We're going to throw it. That pass caught by Hambrick, and the second-year tight end makes the catch for a first down. Now Pollard, he's in the ball game. He gets the carry, and he's going to drag a defender. And we get stopped just 2 yards shy of the first down. Now we get the ball to Brown, and Brown picks up the first down as time is ticking away in this one. 2:31 on the clock. 3rd down. Quick pass to Brown. Brought down at the 1-yard line. We're going to run the ball, and Brown crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Houston was using their timeout, so they have 1 left, and they find themselves down by 3 scores. But that pass up the seam by Stroud was beautiful. Now Stroud looking, but he runs out of time as Bradley gets to the quarterback. 2nd down now, 3rd down. They throw it, and it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. And they're not going away, but they're going to have to recover the onside kick. And the onside kick is on its way, and Haskins is there for the recovery. And that is going to do it. 27-17 is the score. Hendricks is hurt, though. 3 to 5 weeks. Chase, he's week to week. So a lot of guys who are big-time guys for us, prime-time players, guys that we rely on, are shaking up, halfway point of the season? I would say, halfway point of the season. So we'll get a couple new play sheets, which I like. We're going to bring in Trey Lance. The injuries are piling up. We only got 2 quarterbacks on the roster. Most teams carry 3 in the practice squad, guys. Let's get number 3. Going to sign another X-Niner and Bryce Huff to be a backup edge rusher. He probably will get some playing time. Beverly played for us earlier in the year. Want to make sure that he can, if he has to come in, because he is better than Trey Lance. Trey Lance is our 3rd string guy. Beverly, needs to improve just a little bit. I don't know how much we're going to improve by just getting bronze in this drill, but that's a good looking pass, but it's going to be dropped and we walk away with just bronze in that drill. So not the best showing there. Galindo, still working on him. Young guy. I think he could be a very, very good guard for us. We're still working to upgrade this O-line. We had a chance to possibly do it this season. There was a message that I missed, and it was talking about making a trade. There was a left tackle on the trade block, and we could have upgraded that position. But yeah, by the time I looked at it, the trade was no longer available. All right, anyways, this drill is for Dickinson. Dickinson, strong safety, rookie strong safety. His tackling is the issue. He's a strong safety, so he's not the best in coverage. So he does play as a sub linebacker for us. And last game, when Hendrickson was hurt, we actually put Knight on the D-line. So our man Dickinson did come in at linebacker from time to time in that one. Jamar Chase don't need no more upgrades, but he gets some 99 overall X factor. He is the man. Mims out of Georgia. I believe this will be his 4th season. He's up to 82 overall. And there goes Rob Dickinson, 76 overall. Looks to be pretty solid. Again, his tackling needs work. I feel like he misses a few too many tackles for my liking. And then Haskins, who plays kick returner for us alongside Way. He's like our 5th receiver. I think he actually developed as a pretty good receiver, but we have a great receiving room, including our tight end room. So I think passing the ball shouldn't be a problem. Receiving the ball shouldn't be a problem. But if anybody goes down long term, I do think Haskins, if he needs to be used, it won't be too much of a drop-off. I mean, anytime you lose a Jamar Chase, it's going to be a drop-off. If you lose a T. Higgins, there'll be a drop-off. Although I do think Lane is trying to make a push for that second receiving option alongside Jamar Chase. But we're going to see what happens. So last time we were in Lambeau, it was an overtime thriller. And right now, if the score remains the same, we'll be headed to overtime again. But it's 0-0, number 0. Golden makes the catch right there. Start of the second quarter, Green Bay is deep in our own territory. From the 10-yard line, they get the ball to Jacobs, who's still a very, very good running back. And I believe they signed or they drafted McClain, who's also a good backup running back, as Chris Jenkins Jr. gets another sack this season. That's going to bring the drive to an end, and Brett Favre is out there kicking field goals, rocking that number 4. Anyways, 3-0, Packers on top. We're going to run the ball. And Chase Brown is going to pick up a gain of around 12. Second down and 5, give it back to Brown, trying to turn the corner. He does. And he's going to pick up a first down, move those chains. Burrow steps up, and Burrow is going down. And his defense is very good. That's Wyatt with the sack. They have Gary on the D-line, and so have Micah Parsons. And I believe they have Diggs from the Cowboys in that trade. Anyways, we set up for a field goal. Kick is up. Kick is good. 3-3. We are all tied up again. Ensuing kickoff, the Packers going to take this one up to about the 29-yard line. So now it's second down. They throw a strike. They needed 7 yards to get a lot more than that as they get it to the Cincinnati 47-yard line. They find Golden again. He gets pushed to the ground, and that's going to result in a first down. Then Jacobs, he squeezes through the lane. He's going to pound a rock for a gain of 4. 3rd and 6, they go to the end zone looking for Kraft. The ball got to him, but David swipes at it. The ball goes flying out of his hands to the grass. They got to settle for a field goal, and they knock it home. So the Packers are back up by 3. We find Higgins. He makes the catch, and now it's going to be second down and 10. We find Lane. He makes the catch, and he is a star here in his rookie season. Burrow fires the left side. That pass caught by Hambrick, and that is going to be a gain of around 9. We throw it underneath. That pass caught by Way, and we are officially in field goal range, but with 25 seconds on the clock, we're thinking touchdown. We throw the ball to Jamar Chase. He makes the catch. We burn our first timeout. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 7. One timeout left. And Micah Parsons with the pressure. We got to settle for a field goal. McPherson, he knocks it home. 6-6 is the score. Is this a Super Bowl preview? If it is, it might end in overtime with all the ties we got with the Packers. 4th quarter, though, they are up by 7 now. So can we put a drive together and tie this football game up? We run the ball over Chase Brown. The Packers, they swarm around the ball carrier. And now it's 3rd down and 1. Burrow throws it quickly. It's caught by Jamar Chase, and that will give us a first down. You can always trust number 1. We throw the ball. That pass caught by Lane. Hauls it in at the Packers' 47-yard line. Play fake. Burrow under pressure. Micah, another sack. 2nd down and 20 now. Burrow surveys the field, throws it to Brown out of the backfield. He has the first down and a lot more, as now we're at the 29 in Packers territory. First down and 10. Quick pass. It's going to be caught by Lane again, who's an absolute monster in that slot. Burrow surveys the field, throws it. It's going to be caught by Chase. How did he hang on to that one? First and goal from the 8. Burrow looking, throwing it, tight window, and it's caught by Jamar Chase. And the Bengals are going to tie it up at 13 all. Love fires it, caught by Kraft. Going to get forced out of bounds by Battle. And it's going to be a first down for the Cheeseheads. They're going to run the ball left side. And again, it's a nice run. Gain of 8 this time. 12 carries, 52 yards for the Alabama Crimson Tide running back. They run the ball with him again. Picks up a first down by the heads of his chin from the 50. It's second down 11. They find number 11. Every time I see 11, I think it's Parsons. I know it's not. He's never wore 11 with the Packers, obviously. But it's just his number with the Cowboys. I don't know. Still registered. Anyways, back to the game. And we throw a pick right on time to commentate the pick. And that was just a bad play by me. McKinney, he was in position, and I threw the ball anyway. And just shame on yours truly, making Joe Burrow look bad. Hopefully the defense has our back. That pass caught by Kraft. Gain of 6. They need 4 here on third down, and they throw it perfectly. I was trying to undercut the route. Should have stuck with the receiver more, and that's going to cost us a touchdown. But we do have a minute 20 on the clock, and I think the best passing combination from quarterback to receivers in the game. Another catch there. First down from the 49-yard line. Burrow steps up, throws it. That's a dot. Caught by Higgins, and we're in striking distance. 14 seconds to go. We throw it to Hambrick. Runs away from everybody. Touchdown. And this game is headed to overtime. So another Cincinnati Bengal Green Bay Packers classic. It's must-see TV whenever these two teams get together. Anyways, Chase, he makes the catch right there. That will be a first down. Burrow launching it deep for Higgins. Makes the catch, and that will be a first down. Move those chains. First and 10. Now it's second down and 10 from the 20. We fire it. That pass caught by Lane. He gets both feet in bounds. Now we give the ball to Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Bengals. And we are going to take a 7-point lead. But the Packers have a chance to answer. 3:02 to go here in overtime, and that pass is caught. What a pass by Love. And Watson, he had no choice but to catch that one. You drop that one, you might get kicked out of the city. That pass gives them a first down. Then we get a sack on first down. And then they go right up the seam, and it's caught again. First and 10 from the 32. Open is Reed. Breaking the tackle is Reed, and he gets this one all the way inside the 5. And then they throw it to Golden. Touchdown for the third-year man out of Texas. So Burrow, we got to get in field goal range. That pass is caught, and that is going to give us a first down. Second down and 10. We go down. Wyatt with another sack. Third down and 20. Taking a shot deep. Is caught by Chase. Believe that's Diggs giving Chase, but he won't catch him. And Jamar Chase is going to take it to the crib and put this one on ice. So 2 touchdowns by the Bengals in overtime. And that is going to be a ball game. Another classic with the Packers. They should just put these two teams on the schedule every single year. It's must-see TV. Hambrick, he's up to 86 overall. Miguel De La Rosa, we got to get him going. He was a later pick. I believe it was a later pick, mid-round pick. But just 66, mid-60s, that's probably not going to get it done. It's going to be pretty hard to get you on the field with an overall like that. Not saying that you can't develop guys by just playing them. But we are thinking Super Bowl here in Cincinnati. We won the division last year. We lost to the Ravens again back-to-back season. We lost to them. This season, we are thinking Super Bowl. And we have D tackles in front of him. Of course, Chris Jenkins Jr. But I actually like what Bradley has been giving us all season long, and right now he looks like he might get a nice little upgrade if we can mess around and get gold. I finally learned how to do this drill. You kind of just hold whatever move you're doing until the move is complete. You know what I mean? You don't have to spam the buttons. Again, I haven't gotten a new Madden in a few years, so I'm learning as we go, and I think I'm doing pretty well. I know the Cincinnati Bengals isn't the craziest rebuild, but again, they only had one more guy in the 80s than like some of the other teams like the Titans, the Ravens, and the Raiders, not Ravens, but Raiders and the Saints. So McCree was someone that we got off the practice squad, I believe. I believe he signed to us when we needed some linebacker depth. He's actually playing pretty well. I believe he's star development. I don't know if we have all these star development players because we are a development wizard, but hey, it helps. It sure does help. And Chase Brown, he is 93 overall this season, looking pretty darn good. And it's another primetime game. Year 3 has been the games in primetime, under the lights for the Bengals. Taking on the Chargers, they're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball pretty well. It's going to be Hampton, and he's going to pick up a decent gain of 6. Quick pass, it's caught. That's Gadsden. He's making people miss, and that's going to give the Chargers a first down. Already up by 6, so if we could get a stop, that would be a good thing. Johnston, he makes the catch, and it looks like we are not going to stop him. They throw the ball to Hampton. Herbert, he got rid of that football quickly. I thought it was going to be a sack. Hampton up the gut again, a big hit, and now it's David that's shaken up. So they throw the ball underneath. Gaston makes another catch, brought down by Knight. We have all kinds of backups in the game at linebacker. We got Morrow out there. It's just everybody getting playing time today. It's like, Pee-wee football? Everybody gets at least 5 plays, 10 plays. Anyways, that pass going to be caught and then broken up by Battle. I don't know if that was me. That was just a bad animation, but we probably should have got the pick off of the tip. All I do know is that we hold them to a field goal. So 9-0 is the score. Haskins on the kick return. He's loose to the 30, 35, and brought down at the 40-yard line. So we're going to hit him with a play fake. Burrow looking downfield, going to drop it off to Gesicki, who's been year 1, he was very, very good option. He's been our second tight end ever since we got Hambrick, and Brown is loose. Touchdown. And that is the play that we needed. The Chargers look like they want to come cross-country to try to give us an L. But now we're back in the ball game, down by just 2. Herbert's pass going to be caught by Gaston. Big hit, though. That was Morrow laying the lumber. Now they're going to fire it. That pass caught by Johnston, brought down by Knight. And it will be a first down. Quick pass to the right side. And another nice catch, another nice pass, gain of 9. They faked the run and we're there, but Herbert with all that speed. He was an athlete at Oregon. You don't really see it too much on display in the pros, but when he needs to run, the boy can run with the best of them. And there goes Hampton, who can definitely run with the best of them. Touchdown Chargers, and the LA Chargers are up 16-7. Haskins on another kick return, breaks a tackle, and then he gets put down shy of the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 10. We're going to find Higgins. He gets brought down fairly quickly. 3rd down and 6. We fire it over the middle, caught by Chase, and that will result in a first down. Move those chains. Quick pass up the seam. That's going to be caught by Lane, and that's a first down. So we're trying to put a scoring drive together here with under 2 minutes to go. Draw play to Brown. The Chargers caught off guard. He breaks a couple of tackles and then brought down by James, and it's a first down for Cincy. We throw the ball to Lane. He can't hang on to the pass, so we got to settle for a field goal because it's 4th down. And that's what I decided to do on 4th down and 7. We're going to kick a field goal. We're down by 6. Screen pass to Hampton. And Hampton, that's a nice run. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. The Chargers have 2 timeouts left. They fired over the middle. And the Chargers are, they might be in field goal range already. They're going to send the kick team out there. The kick is up. It has the distance, but it smacks off the upright, and it's no good. So 16-10 is the score. And I must say I'm happy that we're only down by, what was it, 6? Now we're down by 7 as it's 17-24. We run the ball, and that's going to result in the first down. Now we get the ball to Tony Pollard. He's trying to get loose. He breaks a man's ankles. Then he breaks a tackle, and we're inside the 15. Chase back in the ball game. He can really break some ankles. He can really break some ankles. This man is turning into one of the best running backs in the NFL today. So play fake. Looking downfield, that pass is caught. That's a good tackle by Battle as we hold him to a gain of just 5. Hampton up the gut. He running with purpose and power. Battle with another stop there, and Hampton's up over 120 yards. Herbert's pass caught. Is that going to be a first down? No. So 4th and 1, they decide to go for it. They run the ball with Vaughn. And the smallest man on the field, wearing that LaDainian Tomlinson 21, makes the biggest play so far to keep the Chargers' drive alive. He should be wearing 43 because he's more like Darren Sproles. That pass going to be caught, and it will be caught by Gaston. Again, it's another first down. They get the ball to Vaughn here, trying to turn upfield. He's able to pick up a gain of 6. So the Chargers are inching closer and closer to the end zone. Herbert has a man open. It's caught. Is it the first down? It is. So 3rd and goal from the 8. Herbert trying to stay alive in the pocket, but down he goes. It's Bradley who gets to the quarterback again. They got to settle for the field goal, and the kick is right through the upright. So 3-point lead for the Chargers. We throw it to Lane. Breaking a couple of tackles. He's loose. Still on his feet and brought down in Chargers territory. So can the LA Chargers get a stop? Under a minute to go. We take a shot deep, and it's going to be caught by Higgins. Got behind the defense, crosses the goal line, and the Bengals are back on top. 31-27. That pass is caught. Gaston making all kinds of play. His dad was pretty solid with the Dolphins. Now they throw it to him again, and he's loose. Can anybody catch him? The answer is no. Touchdown, Chargers. And now the Chargers are back on top. It's going to be Wade from his own goal line, and Wade is going to take it up to the 33-yard line. There we go. Underneath, we're going to find Higgins. All we need is a field goal to send it to overtime. Higgins going to pick up 9. McPherson getting ready on the sideline. Burrow launching this one deep, and it's going to be incomplete. Would have been a tough catch to make. Up the seam is caught by Hambrick, and that should put us in field goal range. The kick is up. It's about a 55-yarder, and the kick is good. And this ball game is headed to overtime, and they finally fixed this. Whenever you head to overtime, the score would show like you scored all your points in the 3rd and 4th quarter. Now it's spread out the way it should be. Anyways, we get the football first in overtime. Another overtime for us. We love extra time. We love working overtime. That's how you get great. 3rd down and 5. We take a shot deep. It's caught. Jamar Chase getting busy, and that's going to result in the first down. Now Chase Brown up the gut, breaks the tackle, falls forward, and that's going to result in the first down. Burrow looking, throwing it. It's caught by Hambrick, and he's going to walk across the goal line. Touchdown, Bengals, and we take the lead here in overtime. So 41-34, the Chargers, they get a chance to answer just like the Packers did. We want to see if they can do it. They get a good kick return up to the 32-yard line. So 2nd down and 10 for Herbert. Throws it. Picked. Morrow with the interception, and that's going to do it. So he comes in for the injured Levante David, makes the biggest play of overtime, seals the game, seals the victory, and we move on with another win in our back pocket and another ability, big back. I believe that means that the hit sticks won't be as hit sticky when they come our way. Dax Hill, he's going to get an upgrade up to 83 overall. I want to see how many guys we can get to that 90 range. Obviously, we're not going to re-sign everybody, so some people might blossom on other teams. They hate to see it, but that's football. That's the world of sports. Clark, he gets an upgrade, and Bradley up to 71. 2-point jump for him from 69 to 71, just normal dev, so I'm hoping that he can blossom. It is now game number 2, taking on Tony Alexander and these Cleveland Browns. Junkins having himself a pretty solid year, averaging 4.4 yards per carry. Warner averaging 16.8 yards per catch, also has 4 touchdowns. Spillman also has 5 touchdowns. Bush, with a couple of TFLs, leads the team in tackles. Van Ness leads the teams in sacks. Thibodeau's behind him. Then Myles Garrett is 3rd. Is his career over now? Is he just, a relic of himself? I don't know. All I do know is that Cleveland's 8-3. So the 2 best teams in the AFC North, they all hail from Ohio. They try to find Fannin. That's not going to work out. Tony Alexander, 2nd down and 10, quick pass. Going to be caught, but there's a flag down. As we put down the receiver, after he picks up a gain of around 9, it's going to be holding. So back it on up like a U-Haul truck. 2nd down and 20. That pass going to be caught. Junkins out of the backfield. Turner's there for the stop. 3rd down and long, and we get the sack, and it's Huff. We signed him a couple of weeks ago. He gets his first sack as a Bengal, and now Way has a chance on the punt return. And Way is not going to get that far, but we are at the 48-yard line, so we're just shy of midfield. Now we're going to take it across midfield, in the Browns territory. Breaking the tackle is Chase Brown, and that is going to result in the first down. We just have so many weapons on this team offensively. Do we move somebody to maybe upgrade our defense or our offensive line? Who knows? All I do know is Burrow makes the pass here, but Lane gets popped by Delpit, and that pass falls incomplete. We got to set up for a field goal, and we tack on to our lead. So 7-point lead for us as it's 10-3. Graham, the Michigan man, gets shaken up. Junkins takes to the right side, brought down by Battle. They're going to run the ball with Junkins again, and the running back picks up a first down. Move those chains for the Brownies. 3rd and 4. That pass caught. Judy makes the catch, and that will move the chains on 3rd down. Junkins up there good. Just a methodical drive to just taking what the defense gives them. But that time we blow up the block. So Bradley with the stop there. Hendrickson a little bit shaken up. We send a blitz, and David brings down the quarterback. It is a gain of around 1, but they needed 3. So they're shy of the first down. They set up for a field goal, and it's 10-6. Bengals still on top, but we got the football. Going to find Higgins, who gets brought down. Not enough for a first down. And we get the ball back to the Browns. 2nd and 1. Quick pass is caught by Judy, chopped down by Stone, and here come the Browns. Under some pressure, and down goes Alexander. Cedric Johnson with the sack. He's in there because Hendrickson is beat up. And last year when he had to play, he actually got us some sacks in relatively limited time. That pass up the seam is caught for a first, not quite a first down. They run the ball, and they still don't have a first down. So on 4th and inches, they go for it. They leave the offense on the field, and that pass is caught. And Judy gets brought down at around the 10-yard line. 1st and goal. That pass caught by Warner, but shy of the end zone. With 4 seconds on the clock, they got to settle for a field goal. And the Browns, they do score before the half is up, but they got to settle for 3. So it's a 1-point lead for the Bengals. As we head to the 4th quarter, it's all tied up at 17 all. And there goes Alexander showing off his athletic ability. Back-to-back read options, and he's making people miss in the secondary. And he takes it upfield for a first down. Now they're inside the 5. 1st and goal, and we get a sack with Stewart. And Stewart is turning into an absolute animal when we need him to be. That pass going to be caught by Fannin, but shy of the end zone. So 3rd and goal, some more pressure, but that pass is caught by Spillman. And the Browns take the lead with 7:14 on the clock. But Way on the kick return is loose. Way to the 40 and brought in at the 44-yard line. We're going to hand the ball off. And Brown is loose. And Brown to the 40. Brown to the 30. Brown at the 23 finally goes down in Brown's territory. Jamar Chase makes the catch. We get the ball back to Chase Brown, and he's going to find that end zone, a drive that took just over 2 minutes, and then we get a sack. Big-time sack there, and the Browns are backed up. 3rd down and 13. They throw it deep, and that pass incomplete, and we take over via the 3 and out. So we have a chance to win this game on this drive. We're going to run the ball with Brown and Chase Brown. We'll pick up 10, and it will be a first down. Play fake. Burrow under pressure, but throws it, and it's a perfect pass. Chase makes the catch right in stride, and we have it 1st down and 10 from the 20. We get the ball to Shipley, and Shipley finds running room, and he's going to pick up a first down. 3rd and 6. We throw it. It's caught by Higgins, and then the hit by Ward will actually knock the ball loose. So we got to settle for 3. And we are going to take a 3-point lead. So a minute to go here, and they got a man open. It's Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to rumble all the way into Bengals territory. Alexander going to find Spillman, and that's going to result in a first down. 3rd down and 7. They fake the run. Alexander, under some pressure, throws it, and it's off the mark. So on 4th and 7, they're going to settle for a 48-yard field goal, and the kick is good. And are we headed to another overtime? 27-27. Burrow fires. It's going to be picked off by Delpit. I thought he was on Lane, who was underneath. But, I mean, it could have been man, and he's just that good. Or it was a zone, and I read it badly. But they missed the field goal, but there's a flag, and it's going to be roughing the kicker, so they get to try it again. It's a mulligan. And they're going to knock it home this time. We have one last chance to dance. 2 seconds on the clock. Burrow going to launch it as far as his right arm can launch it. And that pass is incomplete. And the Browns come to Cincinnati and get revenge. We beat them in Cleveland. They beat us in Cincinnati. And we got to get back to the drawing board. I want to try to help some of our better guys, maybe even get better, right? These guys like in the mid-80s. Can we get Turner to 90 overall? We don't have a corner. We don't have anybody in our secondary that's up there. Everybody in our secondary, not everybody, our 2 starting corners, I believe, were 80 overall. Everybody else in our secondary was high 70s. Now they're in the mid-80s, which is good. But can we do better than that? So Turner's on this drill. He has gold already. It's my first time doing this drill. We should do this more often. Got a couple of picks, man. I mean, it must be in the name. Us Dawkins know how to play defensive back. Geno Stone, he gets an upgrade, and I believe Stone is an X Factor. Look at that. Look at that. 84 overall, superstar X Factor. Demetrius Knight Jr. up to 80 overall. His upgrades have started to slow down, but he does have superstar development. If the playoffs started today, the Browns would win the North, and we would be the 5th seed. The Bills are on top of the AFC. The Buccaneers are on top of the NFC. And it's another primetime matchup with Snoop Dogg, Crip walking out for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Where's Wiz Khalifa? They like to do their activities together, and it could be a black and yellow festival for them. So second quarter action now. We find ourselves down by 10. We're not trying to lose to the Steelers. Steelers and Ravens, they're still in it mathematically, but realistically, their seasons are already pretty much over. They're playing for pride and for new contracts and to not get cut from this team next year. Burrow looking downfield. That pass going to be caught. Higgins got the better of Porter on that one, and we have ourselves a first down. Gonna throw it underneath. That's a great play. Is that Wilson? That man is faster than fast, that linebacker. Burrow steps up. Burrow dives forward. Is that going to be a first down? No. 4th and 2. We'll settle for a field goal. Kick is up. Kick is good. And we finally get our first points on the board. So it's 3 on the board for us. Find ourselves down by 7. Caleb Johnson brought down by David from behind. Now it's 2nd down. Looking downfield, and it's caught, and that's going to result in a first down as they find Zay Flowers. So in our first matchup, Sidney Buchanan was hurt. They went with Davis Mills, but Sidney Buchanan is showing you why they drafted him. Because he could throw that thing. DK Metcalf makes the catch. Now they run the ball, and we are all over the running back Warren. 3rd down and 7. They throw it. It's caught yet again. So Buchanan throwing strikes when he needs to. They get the ball to Caleb Johnson, and Hendrickson is there for the stop. 3rd down and 3, and we get the blitz. And that leads to Levante David getting to the quarterback. They got to kick a field goal. And it's 13-3. Steelers still on top. Up by 10 now. Burrow throws it. 2 men in the same area, but this time it works out as Higgins makes the catch. Quick pass going deep downfield, and it's caught by Higgins in between 2 defenders. Joey Porter Jr. was the main defender, and he mosses him. Brown runs this one to the 10-yard line. 1st and 10. That pass caught, and that will be a touchdown. So Burrow putting together some nice plays. Jamar Chase gets us in the end zone, and we're down by 3 to head to the second half. Now it's still the same score as we go to the 4th quarter. Johnson going to get brought down after a pickup of just 1 yard. They throw it. That pass caught by Flowers, who gets loose, and Zay Flowers, the former Raven, is in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. We're down by 10. Burrow sets his feet, throws it deep, and that's going to be picked off. Ramsey with the pick. Ramsey has reservations for 6. Touchdown on a pick 6, and could it be back-to-back games that we lose in division? That's not a good look. It really isn't. We're supposed to be the top team, and not just in this conference or in this division, but in the whole conference we're supposed to be the top team. Especially with the Ravens not doing so well. The Chiefs, surprisingly, the Chiefs have never really done well in this franchise. I know they had a down year in real life, but you would think with Pat Mahomes and with Andy Reid at their head coach spot, they'll be okay. And we're not okay because we can't tackle today. We finally do bring down Zay Flowers as he races all the way inside the 20, and now we get a sack. The ball is loose, but the Steelers recover it. So it's Sidney Buchanan out of the gun. They're going to throw it backwards. That should be a fumble. It is. But the Steelers recover it again. So they're still in field goal range. The touchdown will hurt us more. a field goal. It's still the same scenario. We're down by 2 possessions already. A field goal just makes it so that we have to score a touchdown, 2 touchdowns, instead of a touchdown and a field goal. So Burrow launching this one deep, has Chase who makes the catch, beats the defense over inside the 20. Burrow looking and to throw it to Hambrick, who is a mismatch nightmare, especially in the red zone. So we find ourselves down by 6 now. There goes Buchanan. He gets loose and he can scoot and he picks up a first down. They run the ball with Caleb Johnson, and we are all over the running back. 3rd down 13. They got a man open. It was Zay Flowers, but Buchanan can't connect the dots. So we have a chance here. Can we pull it off? Taking a shot deep. No, it was caught, but Porter might have got a fingernail on that football. We're going to throw this one deep. It's going to be off of the hands of Hambrick. The hit got there the same time as the football. We're going to launch this one deep, and Hambrick had a step, but Wilson was able to get back into the play. If I throw it on time, he makes the catch easily. But we throw it to Hambrick on 4th down. After 3 straight incompletions, we get it on 4th, and the drive continues. We throw it up the seam, caught by Lane. And we're going to hurry back up to the line of scrimmage. We have no timeouts. We fire it to Lane again up the seam. And he finds the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. And we're up by 1 with 5 seconds on the clock. And we get a sack. And the Steelers burn a timeout. They have 2 left, but they only got 2 seconds on the clock. Buchanan launching this one deep. And it's off of the intended receiver's hand. I believe that's Norton. Or Horton. I believe it's Horton's who or Norton's who. It's somebody's who. But he couldn't make the catch. Wouldn't have mattered. And we come back. Down by 3 scores in the 4th. We come back and we get the job done. Dickinson, 77 overall. And, I mean, he continues to progress, which is good, but I'm still worried about his tackling, especially in space. It's not like his ankles get broken, but he just has a hard time wrapping up. Cedric Johnson, up to 76 overall. He's a great sub-package edge rusher. He really is. Beverly got his confidence back. He's up to 73 overall. At one point, he was down to 67 this year. We were speaking about the Chiefs earlier. We're going to talk about them here because we're about to play those Kansas City Chiefs. Gutierrez was their main starter at one point. Now he's relegated to the backup role, or maybe he's been injured. I do not know. They got St. Louis still. They got Gray at tight end. And, of course, they got Worthy. He is their main pass catcher. Rice is in L.A. playing for those Rams. Their defense, pretty solid. Not a lot of sacks, though. Not a lot of turnovers. So if we protect the football, we should be A-okay. And that's just mental. Just don't make any mental mistakes. No mental errors. All right, Mahomes, loose. Mahomes, touchdown. Whenever you have 15, like you have a chance. The man is so good at football. Anyways, we're going to run the ball with Chase Brown. He's loose. Up the numbers he goes. To the end zone he goes. And the Cincinnati Bengals are back on top. 13-7. The PAT is good. 14-7. They're going to run the ball. That's Gutierrez, and he will pick up a nice game there. Now they're going to run the ball with Steele. And Steele, he's going to find some running room for a gain of 7. Back to Gutierrez. And he gets brought down right at that first down mark, and it will be a first down. Move those chains. They run the ball with Gutierrez again. Look at this run-first Chiefs offense. 3rd down and 2. They're going to run it, and he's not going to get it. Got a yard. He needed 2 yards. 4th and 1. They're going to settle for a field goal. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Chiefs are down by 4. So we take over. We get the ball to Chase Brown. I mean, it's the perfect weather to run the football. Maybe that's why the Chiefs are doing it. I don't know. 1st and 10 from the 41. Brown to the outside. Can he pick up a first down? Not quite, but another nice gain as he picks up 9. 3rd down and 2. Over the middle, we throw it, and Gesicki makes the catch. He went to Penn State, right? He's used to this weather. 1st and 10, we run the ball with Pollard. Pollard going to get brought down after a pickup of 9 yards. 2nd down and 1. Now it's 3rd down and inch. We got a man wide open. It's Lane. And the LSU Tiger doing it here for the Bengals as he picks up a nice game. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 8. Burrow has reservations for, at least he had his mind on some reservations for 6, but we get stopped shy. We go for the QB sneak. We're a little bit too far away for that to work, and it's not going to work here. We need the tush push. They're going to run the ball. Gutierrez, shot out of a cannon. He is loose, but caught by Cam Taylor-Britt. Thank you for saving a touchdown. Up to the 40-yard line, Mahomes launching this one deep, and that pass is broken up by Cam Taylor-Britt. So he saved the touchdown and he bats that one away, and now we got way on the punt return. We even threw traffic. Oh my goodness. But then he forgot the football. It was a huge return. At least it was a big return for his highlight tape. He was making people miss like it was Dante Hall. But we fumbled the football and the Chiefs get a field goal. So it's 14-13. The Chiefs are still in the ball game. We're going to run the ball and we're going to pick up a decent gain as the sun's starting to go down. I love these games. And late fall, early winter games when you start off in the sunshine and you end the game in prime time. I love it. Anyways, we get a touchdown there with Hambrick, and now we're up by 15. My homeboy launching this thing deep, and that pass is broken up. So our secondary doing a very, very good job versus one of the better quarterbacks that the league has ever seen. First down and 10. That pass, is it caught in bounds? It is. And that's going to result in the first down. Move those chains. Maybe the Chiefs are a receiver away. Maybe they can go get Tyreek Hill if he's still around. Is he still around? Has he retired? I'm not sure. There goes Mahomes. Fires it. That pass is caught, and that's a first down. So Noah Gray gets into action. We know Chiefs and all develop tight ends. You know what I mean? I guess they do. It's just a tight end thing in this playbook. Steele makes the catch out of the backfield, turns into a nice gain, and then that turns into a touchdown pass. And Kansas City knocks down our lead to just 8. We throw it underneath. Higgins makes the catch. Can he make the play to get us the first down? He can. Burrow, screen pass, caught. Pollard, he gets dropped. The ball is loose. The Chiefs with a scoop and score. And now this game feels a whole lot different than it did just a second ago. My heart can't take this. I do not want another overtime game, and the defense like, neither do we. They get the stop as they go for 2 to try to tie it up. So 28-26 is the score. Shipley in the ball game. Shipley, can he hang on to the ball? Yes, he can. He's still young. Maybe we try to develop him because who knows where the heck Taj Brooks went. That pass caught by Jamar Chase. We get the ball back to Shipley. Picks up 3 on 2nd and 5. So 3rd down and 2. Get the ball to Chase Brown. He gets popped. He's hurt, as you can see. That's why I'm using the backups, because he's been beat up. Give it to Shipley again, and he will pick up the first down. The Chiefs are out of timeouts, so that is going to do it. 28-26 is the final. Another classic. Every matchup has been a very, very good one. Jamie Lane, up to 86 overall. I do not think that's his true overall, but hey, who cares? He's on this team, and if this team gives him a boost to get him up to 86 overall in his rookie season, we are going to take that all year long. We'll take that for his whole career. You feel me? So you can see that Taj Brooks is right there underneath Chase Brown. Taj Brooks is there, and he's healthy. He's nowhere to be found. His avatar he's not there. Okay, his avatar is not there. I don't know where he is on the depth chart, but he's just not there. He's better than Tony Pollard. Technically speaking, he's better than Will Shipley. He's just nowhere to be found. Orlando Brown, yes, we did try to upgrade our left tackle spot. He's been stuck in the 70s his whole time with us. I would love to upgrade that because it's not just about me playing. We sim 2 quarters. And in those 2 quarters, who knows what the heck be happening? All I do know is that I'm trying to upgrade every single position whenever I can. That's why we got so many good receivers, because I'm like, if this is the best guy available in the draft, why not get him? And we will find a way to utilize all of them, right? The Ravens come in at 4-10. Lamar Jackson, 16 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. But the Ravens have the lead here in the second quarter. It's 10-7. That pass going to be caught. Remember, no Zay Flowers for them. He is in Pittsburgh, and he's playing pretty well. But both teams, the Steelers and the Ravens, are in last place in this great division called the AFC North. Looking outfielders, Lamar Jackson. That pass is caught. This is the first down. They're going to give it to him. He picks it up by the heads of a chin. And now they're going to run the ball with Lamar Jackson. He is so fast, and he runs the ball for a first down. They're going to run the ball with him again, and I think we expected it. We saw it, we diagnosed it, and we took care of it. That pass picked off, but in the back of the end zone, we couldn't get both feet in bounds with battle. So the Ravens got to settle for a field goal, and they get that field goal. So 3 more points on the board for them, and they're up by 6. We're going to find Jamar Chase underneath. He's going to pick up a gain of around 6. Burrow throws it to Higgins underneath. He gets popped. Is that a first down? No. 4th and 1. We're going to go for it from inside around 40. And we pick it up just barely. I was a little bit frustrated if you couldn't tell. Burrow looking, launching it, and it's going to be caught by Gesicki. And that right there, my friends, is a first down. We throw it underneath. Caught by Chase. Carries 2 Ravens for a first down. That's what we need to get back in this ballgame and take the lead. Look at Chase Brown refusing to go down easy. Like, I know some people want to disvalue the running backs. He is a great running back. The way that he can break tackles. And I know, I got to find the lane. I got to time it right. Yeah, I get all that. But he makes it a whole lot easier. Lamar Jackson, he's loose. Lamar Jackson crossing midfield. Lamar Jackson all the way to the 38-yard line. They're going to run the ball with Chavez. He's breaking tackles, and Chavez takes it upfield for a gain of 6. From the 32, Lamar Jackson weaving in the backfield, but he finally goes down to Cedric Johnson again. These edge rushers continue to do the job. But then we don't spy Lamar Jackson. Shame on me. You always got to spy number 8. 3rd and goal. Looking over the middle, it's caught, but the receiver couldn't get 2 toes in bounds, so instead of a touchdown, it's an incompletion. But the Ravens do get the field goal, and they're back on top this time by 2. Under 30 seconds to go here in the first half. That pass is caught, and that will give us a first down. 20 seconds ago, and that pass is picked off by Hamilton. And Hamilton has been hit-sticking us like crazy in the 2 playoff games in the first 2 seasons. Now he victimizes us with a pick. Not quite a pick 6, but Lamar Jackson does the rest. Touchdown, Ravens. 10 seconds ago, we throw it underneath, caught by Chase. Just trying to get him killed. I don't know what we're doing, but we're in position maybe to do a Hail Mary. Looking downfield is Burrow, launching it deep, and it's going to be broken up, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. 23-14, the Ravens. I'm not trying to lose to the Ravens. I got PTSD. 4th quarter action. We're going to fire that thing. Higgins about to get sent to the hospital with another hospital ball. 3rd and 5. Burrow rolling away from all the receivers. That's not how they draw it up. And we got to set up for a field goal. And the kick is just inside. It hits the upright but bounces in. So we cut the lead down to 6. And we get a sack. Our 2nd sack of the ball game, and it's Bradley again. 3rd down and 8. Big hit. Knocking the football up out of there. And we force a 3 and out. So we're down by 6. We need a touchdown. Burrow, what's he going to do with it? He's going to tuck it and run it, and he picks up 9 yards. Burrow has a man open left side. That pass caught by Lane. And that will be a first down up to the 44-yard line. We fake it on 2nd down and 10. Burrow, he can run it, but he's going to pass it. Hambrick makes the catch. Got away from Smith. And we're inside the 20. Burrow, out of the backfield. No, that's Hambrick. And the tight end gets loose again. 1st and goal, we get the ball. And does Chase fumble it? He does, but somehow we recover it. The offense recovers crazy fumbles. Like, they have no business recovering some of these fumbles, but the offense always gets the advantage. And, hey, it works out for us because we have the lead on the scoreboard. So what can they do here? 2nd down and 6, read option. That's always a good look, but not this time because we shut it down. Levante David, this team right here, the Ravens, are the reason why we signed David. We had a bunch of young linebackers who we could develop, but I was like, hey, we have an offense that's ready. We need a defense that can catch up, bring in a veteran, and he helped us shut down the ground game versus this team ever since we got him. And that proves to be true here today, although King Henry did retire. So that helps as well. Pollard picks up a good game. Chase Brown breaking tackles, and he fumbles. But Fairchild is there for the recovery. 1st and goal. And Pollard crosses the goal line. Touchdown. Although Chase Brown is the main guy as they leave Jamar Chase wide open. Go for 2 to make it a 9-point game. Because if we don't get it, we're up by 7, and the CPU is not going to go for it they're not going to go for a 2-point conversion unless they need to. And they wouldn't need to when you're down by 7. So we go for 2 and we get it. And now the game is basically over because they got to score twice. But they got a man open and they can't connect the dots. So yes, the game is over. It works out. We win. We beat the Ravens. Thank goodness, not trying to lose to them again. But yeah, so when King Henry retires, that's a good look. We did bring in Levante David, and he's helped us stop the run tremendously. Because in that first playoff game, it was cookies. They were just running the ball over us all game long. But That first game of the season, the next season, was versus the Ravens. And with Lavonte David, he was the only new guy starting for us. And, we were shutting down the run. So sometimes got to get those veterans, even if it's only for a 1 or 2 year deal. So Quincy Bradley getting all these upgrades. He had 6 of these things. He's up to 75 overall. This man was in the mid-60s. He was in the mid-60s, up to 75 overall. And I believe it's on normal development. I want to say it's normal development, 76 overall. This man just keeps on getting better and better. And it is on normal development. Fairchild, who was a rookie when this all started, he's up to 82 overall. I would love to have some 90 overall offensive linemen, but it's just not happening. Josh Galindo, though, in his first year, starting center, up to 81 overall. And then Sapp, who's getting playing time at that right guard spot, he's getting upgraded. And then our backup right tackle, he's getting upgraded. Everybody in the O-line getting upgrades. Hendrickson wants a new contract. So come on down. 1 year, $32 million. Big money. Big money, big money. We've got to re-sign Chris Jenkins as well. But again, we're going to wait till maybe the offseason to handle some more of these. So Chase Brown, we got to get some work done if he's going to get to 2,000. We're quite behind schedule as we're getting ready to take on Josh Allen and those Buffalo Bills. Cook up to over 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Palmer is their leading receiver. So it's him, then it's Shakir, and then it's Coleman. On defense, Bernard is their top tackler with over 138, 2 TFLs, and a sack. And then they got a couple of guys, Bosa, with 12.5 sacks plus. Interceptions, not too many for the season for this defense. But again, hey, it is what it is. You don't really get too many interceptions. You're going to be a great corner, great safety, but you're probably not going to have no more than maybe 30 or 40 for your career in today's football. Quarterbacks do a much better job protecting the football. Because, again, it's a pass-first league, so we're going to protect them. We're going to just dump it off. We're not going to do too many crazy things around the league. Pollard makes the catch right there as we find ourselves down by 7. It's a play fake. No, we do run it, and we can run it right into the teeth of the defense, and we go nowhere. So 4th and 2, we fake the run this time. We throw it, and we got a man open. It's caught by Gesicki. Breaks a tackle and brought down inside the 20. Now we're going to turn. We're going to hand the ball off to Chase Brown, and Chase Brown will get us all the way down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal. We're going to give this one to Brown again, and Brown will cross the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati Bengals. And just like that, y'all, we are tied up at 7-all. There goes Cook, and James Cook, he gets shut down. 3rd down and 3. They throw it. It's going to be caught by Coleman. Beat Turner on that one for his 3rd catch. From the 47, they turn and hand the ball off again, and we are able to string them out. Just a gain of 4, 7 carries, 27 yards for Cook. Again, much improved versus the run is this defense. Turner gets a stop there. Josh Allen trying to get busy, and Demetrius Knight Jr. with tackle number 7. Play fake. And then Lavonte David, who didn't bite on the play fake, gets our 3rd sack. And it brings their drive to a screeching halt as they went for it on 4th down. And now Brown, look at the moves. Absolutely ridiculous. Weaving through traffic almost every single time. And we take it down to the 27-yard line. We turn, we fake it to him. Looking downfield, we stop and we pop on a dime with Higgins. Turns around, makes the catch. Burrow looking, throwing it. It's caught by Higgins and he crossed the goal line. He did. Big body receiver can get hit at the 4 to 3 and just fall into the end zone. Touchdown. Bengals were up by 7. Josh Allen throws it into traffic, but it's going to be caught. Move those chains from the 30-yard line up the seam, and it's picked off by Lavonte David. He's on the return. He's going to get brought down by Cooks, and it's going to result in a pick and a return to the 35-yard line. We throw this one. It's going to be caught by Higgins, and he make the catch he did for a gain of 15. Burrow underneath, going to find a lane. He gets popped, but it's a gain of 9, up to the 42. Burrow throwing it, and it's caught by Hambrick. Every pass, we connect the dots. Everything is working perfectly. We're going to find Higgins here, and that is going to result in another nice gain. 2nd down and 2, screen pass. Brown, Bosa giving chase. He won't catch him, and we're forced out of bounds at the 4. 2nd down and goal. They leave Chase wide open like the Ravens did last game, and Jamar Chase finds the end zone, and we are beating down the Bills, who are 11-4. These are the 2 best teams in the AFC. We are the number 1 seed as of right now. It looks like it's going to stay that way. It's 41, make it 42-17. 35 seconds on the clock, and Allen is going down. That's Bradley. And this one is basically over. Last chance to do something to pad the stats, and they're not going to do that there. And we are going to protect home field with a 42-17 victory versus now the 11-5 Buffalo Bills. Mims, another upgrade for him, up to 84 overall. Pass protecting upgrade up to 79 overall. Galindo, he continues to get upgrades. Again, the first year, upgrades galore. Then the second year starts to slow down just a little bit, but that's all right because you can still get these guys to a high overall, relatively speaking. And again, our backup right guard getting upgrades. Backup right tackle getting upgrades. Haskins, our fullback, who we did use in the beginning of the year, but when I saw how good Wade was going to be and I saw how good Lane was going to be, I was like, we got to start spreading it out. There's no need for a coach. And I know this is just a video game, but there's no need for a coach to be like, no, it's my scheme. We run the ball. It's going to be 3 tight ends and 2 backs every single time when you got Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, and Terrell Owens on the same field, on the same sideline, and not in the ball game. It makes no sense. And I'm not saying that any of these guys are that good or not that good. Jamar Chase, he probably is. Higgins, he's darn good. But, I mean, we have weapons galore in our receiving corps, so why mess with it? We're down by 11. We go for it on 4th down from our own 42, and the ball gets batted down at the line of scrimmage. So Bo Nix going to fire this one to the flat, and the Broncos are looking to add to their lead. They're already up by 11. Play fake. Nix fires it to the end zone. It's caught by Sutton, and we're down 21-3. We got Chase Brown, and I know we're down, but we're going to run the ball, and we're going to get popped, but we pick up a 1st down. Then we get the ball to Pollard. His speed is still there, but his juking ability is no longer there like that. But that's okay. Gets us inside the 10, and then we throw the ball to Lane. Touchdown for our rookie, and that always helps the XP. Going over the middle, that pass is caught, and then we whiff on the hit stick. And then Mims takes it all the way inside the 20. From the 4th, 1st and goal. That pass picked off, though. Give me that Yahoo, Zay. All right, I said, give me that Yahoo. Give me that user interception. And we got this thing going back the other way. So 21-10 is the score. Burrow firing it, and it gets broken up at line of scrimmage. Again, we're going to settle for a field goal, and we do knock it home. So 21-13 is the score. Thank you, McPherson. You are that man. Nix, he's going to scramble. And we still got to touch him down. That's kind of weird. He should be down automatically, but that's okay. 15 seconds to work with. Bo Nix fires it. That pass is caught, and that's a touchdown. Bo Nix, I mean, he's good. Bo Nix is good, man. And I used to make fun of him because he was in school for so long. I mean, nowadays it's commonplace. Back when he was doing it, it wasn't so common. You know what I mean? But now 5 years, 6 years, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Not hating. I just thought it was weird when he was like at Auburn for a decade, and then he shows up at Oregon. Anyways, 3rd down to 19. We find ourselves down by 8. That pass is caught, but they needed 5 more yards. Will they go for it on 4th down? The answer is no. So we take over, down by 8, gonna get the ball to Brown. Brown breaking tackles still. He is an absolute dog out there. 21 carries, 91 yards. Burrow fires it to Brown again. I am trying to kind of pad his stats a little bit. This is the last week of the season and try to get him up to 2,000 all purpose. And he's gonna break a tackle. He's gonna take it to the crib. Chase Brown. You are ridiculous. The Broncos are fighting for a playoff spot. We are fighting for that number 1 seed, so there's still stuff to play for as we go for 2 and we don't get it. But, hey, it's only a 2-point lead for the Broncos. That pass is caught, and Javonte Williams, who played a year with the Cowboys, played well, back in Denver now. Yeah, crazy story how that works out. And that pass is incomplete. So they look for Sutton. They couldn't connect the dots, and we take over. 2nd down to 5. Burrow fires it underneath. That pass caught by Chase. He was looking to cross over on Greenlaw. Greenlaw was like, nah, I'm going to put you in the ground. I'm running off test out here. That pass going to be caught by Lane, and that's a 1st down. 2nd down to 4. That pass caught in the flat. That's caught by Chase Brown, and that's a 1st down. Not quite sure he's going to get to 2,000, but we're going to try. That pass caught by Chase Brown as well. Probably should have went to Lane. He had more space in front of him, but that's all right. Then we run the ball with him, and I'm not trying to get him hurt. Anyways, we settle for a field goal, and the kick, we don't settle. This is the game on the line, and the kick is good. That's the game winner. And it's 29-28 to end the season off right. 14-3, or 14-3 is our record as we beat the Broncos 29-28. So 14-3 season for the Bengals. That does give us a first-round bye. So this year is different. We will not lose in the wild card round. That is guaranteed. That is a guarantee. Will we lose our first playoff game, though? Who knows? But Jamie Lane gets upgrades up to 89 overall in his rookie season. McPherson up to 85 overall. This can upgrade power with him. There's really not too much need to upgrade accuracy with him, so just upgrade power. Taylor Britt, he gets upgraded. Galindo gets another upgrade. Rob Dickinson, and we get that alert future of the franchise. And I guess so. I like Battle. He's our starting strong safety, but this guy is now an X Factor. He is a superstar X Factor. Rob Dickinson, who wasn't even a first-round pick. Hey, I'm going to take it, though, brother. I am going to take it. And I thought this last year's draft wasn't that good, but I think we did. I think our draft turned out to be pretty well. I mean, it was a pretty good draft. So Burrow, crazy stats for him. Brown, I believe he finished as second in rushing total. 20 touchdowns, though. That is ridiculous. Shipley got involved. Pollard got touchdowns as well. I love to rotate my running backs. Ever since, and yes, I'm old, but there was a game between the Colorado Buffalo and the Nebraska Cornhuskers the year that Nebraska went to the Natty versus Miami, that crazy Miami team in like 2001, and they lost to Colorado. In Colorado, they had Chris Brown, who got drafted by the Titans. I forget the other running back, but they were rotating them, and they were running the ball like all game long. Each of them had like 25 carries. It was ridiculous. They were just rotating them, and ever since then, I was like, I'm going to do that in my little video game. I ain't no head coaching them, but I'm going to do that. And ever since I've been doing that. And then, of course, I believe it was like Madden 04. They added packages. And then I want to say it was NCAA 05 or 06 when they added packages in that game. Anyways, back to our stats. Pretty good season. We need some more edge rush production. No, we spread out the love when it came to the sacks. But we really didn't have that top sack go-getter. And a lot of times I would have Hendrickson and Stewart on the same side as a D-tackle DN combo. So it is what it is. Not too many picks by just one guy, but as a team, we were up there. MVP is Cam Ward. Congratulations to him. We're going to look at the AFC winners and losers. For Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC, it goes to Chase Brown. For defense, it goes to Josh Hines Allen for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Your rookie, Fitzsimmons, who is a receiver for the Titans. So the Titans, I thought it was kind of silly to get a receiver last year, but hey, what the heck do I know? It worked out for y'all. Gresham, he is your defensive rookie of the year. Best quarterback is Cam Ward, obviously. Best running back is Chase Brown. Best receiver goes to Fitzsimmons. I mean, hey, again, what do I know? Then Sapp is your, right guard, Sapp. Offensive lineman, he's the best offensive lineman on the AFC side of things. And then Foster, he's top 2. I don't know how that happened. Sapp, I get, although I don't think it was our full-time starter, but hey, he's turning to be a very good right guard. Hines Allen is your best edge rusher or best lineman. Linebacker goes to Levante David. And he's playing, I believe he's playing for a contract. I want to say he is. Maybe we signed him to a 2-year deal. Maybe he's coming back next year. We'll see what happens. Sauce Gardner, best defensive back. McPherson, best kicker. That's why. So we get another ability, and this is going to help us with our quarterback development. And look at that. Our quarterback is developing. It is Trey Lance, up to 62 overall. Joe Burrow, he's like, let me develop too. I know I'm 99 overall, but I need all the skill points I can get. We're trying to make a run. De La Rosa, he gets up to 73 overall. I mean, hey, a lot of that probably got to do with coaching. But hey, it is what it is. So, divisional round, we're going to be taking on those Indianapolis Colts. They got Carson Bayless at quarterback, 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Jonathan Taylor, I believe he was hurt this season, but he still averaged 5.5 yards a carry and 14 touchdowns with half the carries that he typically gets. So another good year for him. Josh Downs, he was in the conversation for the best receiver because he got 14 touchdown receptions. Crazy. Davis Gaither, 147 tackles. That's a lot. Franklin Myers, 10 sacks. And then you got Big Brandon with 10 sacks as well. Sauce Gardner getting those picks again. Again, just because a corner ain't getting picks like that don't really mean too much like it used to, right? You're not going to see guys finish their careers with like 50. I want to say, didn't Revis finish with like 29 picks in his career? It was like 29 or 39. It was one of those numbers. They ended with a 9, but it definitely wasn't no 49. So, sometimes you're just not going to get the ball thrown your way like that. Anyways, let's go out and let's win a playoff game. We find ourselves in a 0-0 ball game because we're going to start playing in the first quarter. This was an accident, and I went down and hit stick somebody with Carter, and then Ramsey is like, let me pick up the football and take it to the crib. And then I started simming. So, hey, here's what it is. It's the playoffs. Anything to win. Anything to win, right? 7-7 ball game now here in the second quarter. Looking downfield is Bayless. He's going to find his man Warren, and he's going to work his way upfield. And the Colts have themselves a solid receiving core. I mean, Pittman is kind of like an afterthought stat-wise as they find Jonathan Taylor, who gets into the end zone. Now, we lost to the team in Baltimore. We're not trying to lose to the old team from Baltimore, right? You see what I'm saying? Chase Brown, he's going to pick up a first down there. Second down and 10. We throw it as we get hit. And that pass could have been picked. We throw it underneath. It's caught by Higgins. Will he pick up a first down? He will. Move those chains and move it into Indianapolis territory. Chase Brown gets the carry. Got nice wrap-up tackle there, but we do pick up 5. Now we're looking downfield, and that was going to be picked either way. If I really got the pass off to Wild, there's a defender in the area, and then the ball gets tipped in the air, and it's a pick 6 anyway. So the Colts defense answers the call, and we find ourselves down by 14. Will the losing in the postseason ever end? Will it ever end? First down and 10 from the 42. We get the ball to Brown. Brown trying to get busy. Brown's going to get wrapped up after he crosses that first down marker. Get the ball to Shipley. Let him get his. And he's going to take this one up to the 39-yard line. We're going to run the ball with Shipley again. He's going to pick up the first down by the heads of a chinny chin chin. Back to the ground. Back to Chase Brown. Weaving through traffic. Got a big block. Slowed up by Gardner and finally dropped to the 14-yard line. Burrow looking. Has a man in the end zone. Is caught by Higgins. He stopped his route, and that scared me. But, hey, it works out. Taylor gets the carry. We're going to shut that down. David with a violent hit. Second down and 7. From the 31. Warren is loose. Warren to the 30. And the star tied in. Takes it to the 18-yard line. Bayless remains hot. Screen pass to Taylor. Gets a block. And he's going to have himself a first down. So first and goal from the 5. In around the downs. And downs goes down by Stewart. Second down and goal. That pass incomplete. Third down. David on the blitz, but maybe we should have stayed in coverage because Taylor gets open for his second receiving touchdown of the first half. Way going to work his way up to the 24-yard line. Burrow has a man open in the flat. Caught by Brown. Gain of 4. Second down and 6. Burrow under some pressure. Going to throw it, and it's caught by Chase Brown. And Chase Brown works his way upfield for a first down. From the 46-yard line, Burrow's getting hot, starting to heat up, going to find Lane, and we need it now more than ever, down by 2 scores in the postseason. That pass caught by Hambrick, and Burrow starting to cook out there from the 21. Underneath, we're going to find Lane again, and Lane straight north and south after the catch. That's how a receiver's supposed to do it. Then we find Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase gets it to the 1, then Chase Brown does the rest. Touchdown Bengals, and we cut the lead down to 7 as we head to the second half of play. Now it's still a 7-point lead, but it's 35-28, and that pass was a beauty. It was a beauty. Taylor goes up the gut, picks up 5 yards, 15 carries, 54 yards for him. He gets loose this time, though, for a gain of around 10, and a first down for the former Wisconsin Badger. David gets a stop there, but it's a pickup of 6 yards. Now, I feel like they're trying to get Taylor going for the last quarter of play to milk this clock and take our air out of our sails. So they run the ball there. The quarterback sneak. They're not going to get the first down. So they get the field goal though, and they're up by 10. We're going to keep it on the ground here. And we're going to meet some resistance as we pick up just 2. We hurry back to the line of scrimmage, run the play to the opposite way, and Brown falls forward for a first down. We got to be mindful of the clock, but we hurry back to the line of scrimmage, and we keep it on the ground again, and Brown's able to pick up another first down. He's up over 110 yards. Burrow going to go to the air now, has a man open. That's Lane, and Jamie Lane continues to make plays in that slot. We throw the ball. It's going to be caught by Chase, and Chase breaks a tackle out of bounds at the 21. 3rd and 6. We're going to throw it to Hambrick, who makes the catch, and we're inside the 5 with 5:21 on the clock, and we punch it in. Touchdown, Chase Brown. We utilize the hurry up on that drive, so there's still plenty of time with just under 5 minutes to go here. Downs makes the catch, but we get the stop. So out of the gun, they're going to go with the read option, and we are all over. It's going to be Bradley and Stone that combine on the stop. 2:43 to go. We throw it. We got a man. It's Lane to the 40, to the 35, and dropped at the 30-yard line. We're going to run the ball with Brown again, and Brown trying to get to the end zone. He will pick up a first down as we get dropped at the 17. Now it's second down and 13 from the 20, and that pass is dropped. We're used to overtime. We're not trying to go to overtime as Burrow throws a frozen rope right to Higgins. That pass was ridiculous. Now we're going to run the ball with under 30 seconds to go, and we cross the goal line. Touchdown. Can we get our first playoff victory of the full season franchises? This pass is caught. Bayless fires it. That pass is caught by Pittman. It's a first down up to the 40-yard line on 1st and 10. Quick pass caught, breaking the tackle, not going to quite have the first down. 8 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal does nothing for them. They got no timeouts. They launching it deep, looking for downs, incomplete. 2 seconds away from our first playoff victory. Bayless launching this one deep, and it's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Pittman. And the Cincinnati Bengals have a playoff victory in our back pockets. Our first one of the series. We don't lose in the wild card round. We don't lose in the divisional round. We have punched our ticket to the AFC Championship game. The Bengals are going to the AFC Championship game where Burrow, when they get to the postseason, that's where they end up, the AFC Championship game. They made it to the Super Bowl, and then they lost the AFC Championship game, I believe, the following year. But since then, in real life, they haven't made it back. So it's going to be us and the Browns. The Browns got past the Raiders. Then they got past the Titans, who beat the Patriots. On the NFC side of things, it's going to be the Eagles and the Packers. The Packers got past the Niners. Eagles got past the Bucks. Then the Packers beat the Panthers, and then the Eagles beat those Detroit Lions. It is going to be the Bengals and the Browns for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. And the Browns had a chance to win a division, but they ended up finishing 12-5. We went 14-3, obviously. So let's get right to the action. Cleveland already up by 7. Started the second quarter now. Second down and 17. So we backed them up, but a quick pass, and that's going to result in a big gain, sets up third down and manageable. So it's just a third down and 4. They can run the ball if they want to, and it results in a first down. So play fake now. Looking downfield, and that pass is caught, and that's going to be another big play by this Cleveland offense, and a first down. Junkins up the gut, breaking the tackle. He's going to turn loose as he gets this one up to the 11-yard line. Second down and 1. We are there for the stop. They fumble it, but the offense recovers it again. That pass going to be caught, fanning in the end zone. Touchdown. And just like that, man, we find ourselves down by 2 scores. So 7:56 to go here in the first half. Haskins, decent kick return. Better than decent. Takes it up to the 36-yard line. Burrow going to turn and hand this one off to Chase Brown. Got away from Thibodeau, and he's going to take this one up to the 33-yard line. We turn and get the ball to Brown again. Brown breaks a tackle, and Brown's going to take this one up to the 23, but not quite a first down. We get the ball to Tony Pollard. He gets loose, and then he gets brought down after a gain of 8. So from the 15, we throw it quickly, and it's caught. Lane. Touchdown, Bengals. And we cut the lead down to 7. 14-7 is now the score. Big hit by Dickinson on the kick return. We got an X factor on special teams, but then he misses a tackle on Junkins. So, I mean, he can make some tackles, but then he messes around, misses some others. And I know he's just a rookie, but his missed tackles, again, concern me the most, being a strong safety. That pass by Tony Alexander, another frozen rope. They go up the gut. Junkins gets chopped down, but it will be a gain of 3 nonetheless. Second down and 7. We get some pressure as they try to set up a screen pass. They don't get rid of it in time. And it's third down and 7. They throw it over the middle. Big hit. Knocking the ball loose is battle. And they got to set up for a field goal. Kick is up, and the kick is good again. So 17-7 is the score. But Cleveland back up by 10. We're going to run the ball with Brown, and Brown gets popped with mean intention. Second down. throwing it. We overthrow Lane. We had him on a corner route but couldn't connect the dots. It was a Bush on the coverage. We're going to fire it here. That pass is caught but not enough for a first down. So we go 3 and out. They get the ball back to their running back, and Junkins going to pick up 2. 2nd down and 8. Play fake. Alexander under pressure, and down he goes. A huge hit by Levante David. 3rd down and 15. And on 3rd and 15, we give up a first down on a running play. They throw it. Judy with the catch. And no matter what Tony Alexander does, usually it's a positive as they connect the dots again. And with only 20 seconds on the clock, we probably should have been playing coverage. Instead, we tried to blitz, left everybody on the island, and that ain't going to work out. Now, Burrow, he's going to keep it, and Burrow gets down at the 46. 1st and 10 underneath. We throw it. Caught by Higgins. Huge hit. Gain of 8. 2nd down and 2. Can we get in field goal range? We throw it to Chase Brown. He takes a big hit from Bush. We burn our last timeout. McPherson onto the field, and he's going to knock home 3. 24-10 is the score. We are not trying to allow the Browns to go to the first Super Bowl, but now it's a 21-point lead for the Browns. And to start the 4th quarter, that pass caught by Lane, and it will be a touchdown. So 14-point lead now for the Browns. Can we get a stop? Alexander buying time, tucks it, runs it, picks up 3. They need 7 here. 4-man rush, not going to get there. Caught by Junkins, out of bounds. 3rd down and 3. We send a blitz. They're not going to be able to stop us from getting to the quarterback. This time the ball is loose. They recover, but we force a 3 and out. We're going to run the ball with Chase Brown. He gets brought down after a gain of 7. Get the ball to Brown again. Thibodeau with the stop. 3rd down and inches. Burrow under some pressure, but he throws it to Chase. Chase, look at the run after the catch, and he takes it up to the 38-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Burrow throwing it underneath for Gesicki, and Bush is there to bat the ball away. Got a hand on the football. We throw it. That pass dropped by Higgins. Ward with the coverage. So we're down by 2 scores. This field goal will still make it a 2-possession lead for the Browns, but at least we score something. So it's 31-20 in defense. Now we need to stop Junkins up the gut, and so much for our stiff run defense. Junkins, he's going to get up to 98 yards on 13 carries. He's going to get over 100 here as he picks up the first down. They're going to run the ball with Junkins here, and we cannot stop him as he crosses the first down marker again. 2nd down and 4, we do stop him, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 4. From the 32-yard line, tight coverage is caught by their tight end, Njoku, and there's a flag down for pass interference. First down either way. So it's 1st down and 10 from the 25. They run the ball, and we're there for the stop, and we are going to start to use our timeouts because we're going to be down by at least 2 possessions anyway. There goes Alexander trying to run out of the pocket, got stuck behind an O-lineman. We're there for the sack. 3rd down and 14. Alexander throws it underneath. Judy breaks a tackle, breaks another, and we finally bring him down. We burn our last timeout. So there's 4:33 on the clock when they stop the clock after the field goal. 4:31. So we have no timeouts, down by 14. We got to score, get the onside kick, score again, and we had maybe the post, but that looked to be covered as well. Looked like there was a blanket over every receiver. And now Thibodeau gets the sack, his 3rd of the game. 3rd down and 18. Burrow throwing it. That pass, that's just not a good decision right there to throw it for such a short gain. Clock is running. Then we throw a pick. And it's just, the season might end while we send the Browns to the freaking Super Bowl. We get a hit stick on the quarterback with David. That's going to stop them from getting a first down. They kick a field goal. So now we're down by 17. We got to score 3 times in the next 2 minutes with no timeouts. But I guess miracles can happen. That pass caught, first down. Corner out. That pass intended for Hambrick, incomplete. 3rd and 7. Burrow. That pass, look at the catch by Lane. Both feet in bounds, looking like Chris Carter. Burrow throwing this one up, and it's incomplete. No, it's going to be off of the hands of Higgins and picked. And the Browns are going to their first Super Bowl, and it comes at the defeat of the Bengals. That would suck. Just realize that would suck. In the video game, this sucks. With this commentary, this sucks. With this YouTube video, it sucks. But it will be the Eagles winning back-to-back Super Bowls, their 3rd Super Bowl champion. I thought didn't they win? No, they lost the Super Bowl last year because I want to say that they had like the late draft pick where they picked the receiver. I want to say they won. I don't know. And look at who gets upgraded. Taj Brooks. Taj Brooks. Where have you been all my life? I mean, I was using him ever since his rookie season, year 1. But he just disappeared for year number 2. So I'm looking at left tackle. I think that's a team need. I do like Brown. He did give up some sacks throughout the season. I don't know if Thibodeau was on him the whole game. They could have switched sides with him and Myles Garrett. But Thibodeau had 3 sacks. So I'm thinking we need to upgrade our tackle spot. Our right tackle is in the 80s. Our left tackle, Brown, still in the high 70s, which isn't bad, but he's not going to progress. Like, he's in his mid-30s. He's in his early 30s, so he's not going to get any better than what he is right now. So they think we should go inside linebacker, Mike linebacker. And, I mean, maybe we got to think about replacing David at some point, but we brought him in, and he's been that guy. I mean, he's only been here for 2 years, but he's been that guy for us. So, Stewart, he needs a new contract. Well, we're just going to, accept that player option. He's going to be here a little bit longer. Chris Jenkins, he needs one. Huff, he needs one. That's probably not going to happen. Clark, he needs one. That's probably not going to happen. Cedric Johnson, I'm probably going to let you test free agency as well. Tony Pollard, that's a question, but who knows? Brown wants to come back, but I mean, I'm not loving him right now. Gesicki wants to come back. Foskey wants to come back. Al Jr. wants to come back. Foster wants to come back. Trey Lance, I don't know. McPherson, he's kind of on the fence, so who knows? Haskins, our fullback, he wants to come back as well. Here's the guys that we will be signing. McPherson, 85 overall, superstar development. Let's bring back our kicker. He wants to come back after all. Chris Jenkins going to give him a 4-year deal. He wants 2 years. I'm going to give him 4. And he's going to test free agency. So Chris Jenkins Jr., he is gone. Haskins, our fullback, going to give him a 2-year deal. He's looking for 1. I'm going to give him 2. He's like, I love this organization. I bet you do. I really bet you do. So everybody else, we are going to let go. So we got to figure things out in the draft. I'm looking at Mike linebacker. The top 2 are kind of in that middle range between first and second round. And again, didn't do the best job with my scouts. So not everybody is scouted fully. So I do not know their talent. Are they a first round talent? Are they a second round talent? I do not know this. So we're kind of going in blind. Felix is probably going to be gone. But we might try to trade up to get a top 5 pick. Who knows what's going to happen? Felix looks to be the first tackle. Then you got Valentine. Then you got Fernandez and then Patterson. So we're going to see what happens there. DeMarcus Lawrence going to call it a career. Has all those kids, wants to spend time with them a little bit more. Bobby Wagner, he is going to call it a career. B.J. Hill, he signed with the Saints, I believe, after year 1 or year 2. And his career is now over. The Patriots, they lose a handful of guys to retirement as well. Nick Folk, he is going to retire after 20 years. He is donezo. A couple of Niners are gone, including Kyle Juszczyk. Tyreek Hill, he was still around, but he's going to retire. Now, Dak Prescott, he is going to hang him up. Byard, I believe, Byard, he is done as well. So a lot of big names are retiring at this point. The Buffalo Bills lose a couple of guys, and then we lose Levante David after 16 seasons, and we lose Trey Hendrickson, who we signed during the season. If you were thinking retirement, why even entertain a new contract for you? And I believe Dion Dawkins, what's up, family? Goodbye, family. He ends up retiring as well. Armstead, he's going to call it a career for the Jaguars. Zamir White, who never got a fair chance, but never really got a chance with the Raiders. He's going to retire after 6 seasons. Calvin Anderson, he's going to retire as well. So those are the guys who hanged it up. So as of right now, Felix jumps into the top 4. So I'm thinking when it comes to this draft, we might need to jump into the top 4. But before we think about draft, we're going to talk about free agency and who we ended up signing. We got 5 new guys. Jonathan Allen to upgrade that D tackle spot because we lost Chris Jenkins. Hunter to replace Hendrickson at least for a year. Then we got a punter in Schaefer. We bring in Washington, the big tight end from the Steelers. He stays in the division at 79 overall. He could help block, and he could be that second tight end for us because we let go of Gesicki. And Malik Willis to be our backup, so Beverly will be our third string guy. Young stays with the Panthers. Fields is going to Dallas to replace Dak, I assume. Christian McCaffrey going back to Carolina. He's 32 years of age, but still 90 overall. He might be a bridge player. He might help them get to the postseason. Who knows? I don't know. Miles Walsh, what a name. Going to the Dallas Cowboys. Wasn't he already a Cowboy? I don't know. Who knows? Wicks, he is he a Packer? I didn't see it. All I do know is that the tight ends, likely he's on the move as well. Washington, as you know, and then Meyer, he is on the move as well. Barner still out there. A.J. Barner, I mean, he is the number one tight end available because he's so young. Brown is still out there, and the interest is still high with him. So, same with Braxton Jones. If we don't land a tackle in the draft, I'm okay with bringing Brown back or signing another tackle that might be available after the draft. However, I would like to draft one. I would like to develop one because that's the best way, I think, to not to do franchise. You can do franchise if you want to do it, but I think that's the best way for us moving forward at this moment in time in this franchise is to develop a tackle. So by the time year 5 comes around, if we haven't won the Super Bowl already, that guy should be a stud already, because we're only going to do 5 seasons. Then we're going to do another one of these, but I'm also going to do just a regular rebuild. Could be old school, could be new school. Most likely it'll be old school 10-year rebuild in an old school Madden, PS2, 360 Madden, and just have some fun with that. That'll be a one-off. You'll get 10 years, straight rebuild, 1 episode, 1 video, and that will be that. Every offseason get a run on Sam linebackers because most teams don't carry Sam. So, boom. Jeremiah Trotter, following his dad's footsteps. He was an Eagle, and he went to Washington. And his son was an Eagle, and now he's going to Washington. Look at that. Keep it in the family. Top will linebacker, Zach Bond, going to the Panthers. And then Bush going to the Giants. That's right. Get out of the division. Cooper DeJean, he is on the move as well. He had no interest in signing with the Bengals. I would have tried him. To upgrade corner, to get a 90 overall corner, I would have done that in a heartbeat. But we don't need it. But I could have made a trade. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I want to get in the top 5 to draft a left tackle. Hufanga. He is now going to be a Las Vegas Raider. He goes from the Niners to the Broncos, from the Broncos to the Raiders. And then the top kicker still out there. Still out there. We could have got a kicker. He was interested in coming, but we got McPherson. And, of course, Schaefer, he was not the best, but he was interested in coming. So I'm like, hey, why not? So I'm trying to move up, and I'm willing to get rid of T. Higgins. Don't want to, but he's 90 overall. Our receiving room is stacked with some young guys, and, of course, Jamar Chase. But Seattle's like, no. And then I was looking around. I'm not going to help an AFC team. It's just not going to happen. So Seattle is the most logical pick because they're out of conference. And the interest was as high as you can get it. But the actual interest, they're not interested at all in getting T. Higgins. So now, well, the Saints had the first pick. Why not T. Higgins, our first this year and next year? And no, they're going to end up picking the top guy that's been on the top of the board the whole time. Then you got Bennett, he's gone. You got Ward, he's going to Seattle. And then you get Felix, top left tackle. He is going to be in the AFC North, but not as a Bengal, as a Pittsburgh Steeler. So the Cowboys give me some hope because they're like, just make the deal a little bit better. You can get pick number 6, and maybe we can get one of those tackles. So I'm like, okay, what about you need a safety? What about Geno Stone and some picks? And they don't cover the Geno Stone, although they need a free safety. Like how does that work? And maybe it's not cap space. They got cap space. I don't know what it is. They just don't want Geno Stone. Okay, then I throw in just an extra pick. Make it better. Jerry Jones says, make it better. And I'm like, I could get rid of your 4th, but I want to pick. I want an extra pick this draft. Taj Brooks, who wasn't available for us, he might be available for you. He's like, no. And they need a running back. They need quarterback. They need running back. They need D tackle. Then I throw in Chase Brown. And they accept it. And I knew this offseason I was going to get rid of either Higgins or Brown. Not because they're not good. We haven't won the Super Bowl with this team. It's not time to blow it up. But these guys are only getting older. right? They're going to slow down at some point, and I've been wanting to address the O-line this whole franchise, because to me, that's the biggest issue with the Bengals ever since they got Burrow, has been the O-line. I don't want to see him retire early like an Andrew Luck, so let's beef it up. Now, the bad thing is he's only normal development. That's not good. But he is 73 overall, which is pretty good. Our second pick was our third round pick, and it's Easley. And Easley is a Mike linebacker with hidden development, and he's 72 overall. So Allen Easley looking pretty good. Then we got a running back and Leonard. Again, we need to replace Brown. He's not the guy to do it, but 69 overall receiving back, I believe, or elusive back. He has some decent stats, but for the most part, it's not that good. So Big Eric is 77 overall. Ward, 75. Bennett, 75, going to the Chiefs. Felix is 72 overall. So out of the two left tackles that went in the top 10, we got the better of the two. We got 73 overall. Now, Felix could be superstar development. I don't know. Star development. I don't know. All I do know is that Fernandez is better. All right, so those goes your top 10 picks. Number 12, the worst guy in the first round, Brown, a cornerback going to the Jets, just 65 overall. Lake. Miami already drafted the quarterback. That's pretty good. They're going to bring in another one. They want quarterback competition. They're like, we haven't replaced Dan Marino. Maybe the two y'all can do it together. And then you got Valentine, who I passed on, and he's better than everybody at 74 overall. So he is the top tackle. And not only is he 74 overall, he has hidden development. So he is going to be a star or superstar, maybe even an X Factor. Can an offensive lineman be an X Factor? I'm not sure. But he could be an absolute dog. And then the Raiders, 2 picks later, get Mark Patterson, and he's 74 overall, left tackle, and he has hidden development. So the first 2 tackles, not going to say that they're a bust, but you never know with tackles. The Patriots are learning that. I'm not saying that the guy won't be good, and Campbell, I think he will be good. I know everybody's talking about his arms are too short. I don't know. Can he play? I think he can play. He was a rookie. He got exposed. Maybe the Patriots are a year or two too early for their success to come right now. But I think he will be fine. If they keep him there, they could kick him on the inside and he will be a beast at guard. I do believe he will be a beast at guard, but I do think he could still be very, very good at tackle. So here goes our roster. Taj Brooks, is he back? Is he actually here? He says he's here. Hopefully he is. Running back room takes a hit nonetheless. We keep our receivers intact. 99, 94, 89, and then 76. And we got waiters out there. Forget it, Haskins. We got waiters. Tight end room, solid. You're talking about 80-plus overall pass catches for us. Fernandez, he has to develop. I think he will. Interior offensive line, good. Sapp won your offensive lineman of the year, 75 overall. He has superstar development, so it wouldn't surprise me if next year he gets up to the low 80s at some point. Beastly across the O-line. And again, left tackle's a question, but I think we did upgrade that spot. Defensive tackle, we did get an upgrade with Allen. Who knows how long he's going to stick around, but for this year, it's an upgrade. Easily. Starting middle linebacker at 72 overall. Got him in the 3rd round. That's a win. Knight has stalled at 80 overall, but he is superstar X Factor. Turner, we probably got to bring in another cornerback, but Turner's a beast. Hill and Taylor Britt. Then you got Stone at free safety, 85 overall X Factor, and then superstar development with Battle and Dickinson. He is a superstar X Factor. So, hey, we might move some more pieces before the season starts, although I do trust Battle a little bit more than I trust Dickinson at strong safety playing in the secondary, and Battle, to me, is a better tackler. So it's just we're in a weird spot with Dickinson. But that's going to do it for Season 3. Season 4 should drop next Saturday. I think Saturdays will work better Saturday morning. So, yes, we're going to try that. And again, the goal is every week. If I can't do it every week, then I apologize. But these are bigger episodes, obviously. But that's going to do it. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. Too many again, my friends. Peace, love.